two things. That was the best guard performance I've seen against one of my teams since I've been coaching 40-something years. And we put everybody on him. We trapped him, taller people. He did it from mid-range, inside, passing, free throws, and threes. That was awesome performance. Second thing I want to say, this in college basketball in my 40-plus years was the toughest crowd I've ever faced. Awesome. I don't know how. I don't know a whole lot about Grand Canyon except for us doing Dan a favor coming out here. And I probably would have lost my job if I lost by doing people favors. But you got something special here, really special. I think when you have this type of enthusiasm, it made us a much better team tonight, much better. We couldn't, whether we go to Duke, Kentucky, and nothing was as tough as that environment tonight.
On broadcast long enough, but he really got into that quite extensively after he talked up the habits and the atmosphere of the basketball team. What an atmosphere. 79-70 was the final score, but boy, Pitino and Louisville Cardinals definitely blessed.
It was a wonderful thing to hear Coach Pitino go on and on about his experience that he had here at Grand Canyon University. He's known for a long time, but having a legendary coach like Rick Pitino sing his praises, all of a sudden, GCU was on the national level.
You can't say enough about
I think that's where they want something that's going to stay with them a long time this season, especially Wade Russell and that starting
back up, reaching behind, grabbing that right back of his right thigh.
Hey, we were a couple.
Guy played more aggressively with more confidence. 29, 2, 1, long three.
Are you kidding me? Oh, take the lead to half.
Be sure to get your GCU men's basketball tickets now. They make great stocking stuffers. Season and single game tickets on sale. 5 more non-conference games left here at the GCU Arena, plus great WAC conference matchups with Utah Valley, New Mexico State, Seattle University, and CSU Bakersfield are on the schedule. Reserve your tickets now by contacting the GCU box office at 602-639-8979 or by logging on to lopestickets.com. Lopes pregame show rolling along as we fly in to chat with the head coach of the Lopes, Dan Marley. And Coach, it's been a kind of an exciting couple of days, albeit after a 9-point loss to the 14th ranked Louisville Cardinals. But what a performance for Dwayne Russell.
Well, I thought it was a great performance for everybody. You know,
Yeah,
obviously
right.
Dwayne with the 42 points was unbelievable, and we needed that kind of a performance for him because we are shorthanded and a lot of our scorers or shooters are out. So I thought everybody came out and played well. Dwayne on the biggest stage saved his best game since he's been here, and just it was unbelievable for a kid to play 40 minutes at the point guard, to be running around that, asking him to guard. I thought he'd wear down. He just never did. He just got stronger and stronger. So it was quite a performance, and I thought our guys played extremely hard for 40 minutes. We just kind of ran out of some gas.
You know, he really took to heart what you said during the offseason about his diet, his conditioning, the extra work he puts in with TJ Benson he's talked about. He's really an example for a lot of young players out there that they have to put in the work if they're going to achieve success.
They do. And, you know, he's always been a really good player. You know, won a state championship here, was very successful early in his college career when he got here. Last year was really good, had to pass the ball a little bit more, but his shot wasn't there. He couldn't shoot the three-pointer. People were going underneath the screens. And I told him, you got to work on your jump shot, and he did really take that to heart. Worked on his three-point shot. His pull-up has always been good, but now it's great. So they have a hard time deciding how to guard him. And you're right, he's done a good job of really focusing on his diet, drinking a lot of water, taking care of himself, getting some sleep. Has been a great student. So he's really turned it around in that aspect and is just 100% what college athletes is about.
Coach, you mentioned off the top, though, it was a great team effort. I mean, obviously Dwayne's performance was off the charts, second most in program history against Louisville, and that's 103 years. But the rest of the team, they have to step up with Josh out, with Matt out, with Kenzo, of course, and Boubacar out. So everybody's going to be called upon.
They are. We have 8 scholarship guys on the bench. Kerwin sprained his ankle the other day, so we'll see how he is. But, you know, Keontae's been solid. Oscar's got to keep growing up. He's flying around, but we just need effort. We need to play hard for 40 minutes. Take what's given to him. Don't try to do too much. I thought Jerry, you know, took one shot, made one shot, but was flying around the gym. And obviously we're going to try to get Dwayne as many shots, but it's going to be hard for him to even come close to the performance he had against Louisville because everybody's going to be looking for him and double teaming him and things like that. So guys are just going to have to play their roles, hit open shots, do the things they do, and then defensively play well. This is another team, San Diego State. It's a lot like Louisville. They're one of the top 5 teams in the country defensively. They're a better scoring team than they were last year. They got some shooters, so that's going to be another great test for us, and we're going to have to come out and play extremely hard.
Well, national notoriety. Of course, you knocked off these Aztecs in their own house last year. They know what they're coming into tonight, no doubt.
There's going to be a little payback. You know, they understand that we went in there last year. We beat them. This is a team that's it's very proud. They go to the tournament almost every year. Last year they didn't go, and they're kind of blaming us for that every once in a while because we beat them. But Coach Fisher's a great guy. I've known him for a long time. He was at Michigan when I was back at Traverse City, and he did us a favor with the home coming back here. But you got to believe that they're going to want to come back in here and have some payback. And they're going to play well. They're really good, so we're going to have a great performance.
I remember that story. They wanted you to go to Michigan, right? And then,
well, he didn't recruit me,
No.
Coach. You know you didn't recruit me, so I went to Central Michigan, which was a great choice.
well, good luck. I'm sure this crowd will be back for part 2 of Hysteria here at GCU Arena.
It'll be awesome again. Can't wait.
All right, Coach Marley, our guest. Good luck against the Aztecs tonight. Stay with us. More of the Lopes pregame.
At GCU, earning your degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. To find your purpose, it takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience in delivering real-world degree programs online. GCU's online class size averages less than 17 students with full-time faculty. Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Call us today at 855-428-7692.
Hey Phoenix, it's Thunder Dan Marley, head coach at Grand Canyon University. Coming to GCU was a great move for me. Join Antelope Nation by enrolling as an evening student at our beautiful campus in the heart of Phoenix. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree to take your career to the next level. Engage with industry expert instructors in small classroom settings where you can get the support you need to excel. Scholarships available. See you on campus. Go Lopes.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/evening.
Thanks, Kate. Here with Brian Dutcher, Associate Head Coach of SDSU. And Coach, I got to ask you a question. First of all, thank you for joining us and giving us a little time today.
It's great to be here, Scott. We're excited.
Oh, well, we're really happy to have you guys. And I got to ask you, going back to 1989, when you were with Michigan, Coach Fisher, and you guys won the national championship, beating my North Carolina Tar Heels along the way. How has that changed? How did that national championship, how did that run change, Coach Fisher?
You know, it's part of history. You know, I work for a guy that coached 6 games and won a national title, and we're all grateful to Glenn Rice for carrying us. I think he still has the all-time scoring record for the NCAA tournament over 6 games. I think he had 30-some on your Tar Heels that night and continued to put 30 on everyone, ending up with 30-some against Seton Hall to win us the national title in 1989.
Yeah, it was a wonderful time. And speaking of Michigan, what do you remember about the Fab Five, those Fab Five days?
You know, the Fab Five was polarizing. You either loved them or hated them, but you knew who they were. And it's kind of changed over the years. You know, we used to recruit and be able to talk to the kids about the Fab Five, and now the recruits only know them from the 30 and 30 special. Their parents know them, but the recruits don't know the Fab Five that much anymore.
Yeah, well, you come from a family of coaches. Your father, Jim, was a very successful coach at the University of Minnesota, coaching Kevin McHale and Michael Thompson. My buddy Mike, I played with Trent Tucker. How has his coaching legacy affected your style of coaching?
It's amazing. My dad also coached George the Iceman Gervin at Eastern Michigan. And I think the thing my dad gave me more than anything was a passion for the game. You know, when you're a coach's son and you lose a game and you get in the car after the game, you see how much it tears them up. And coaching is not a 9-to-5 job. It's an all-day job. You're trying to think of ways to help the kids get better, to help the team win games, and you take it with you all day. So you have to have great passion. I think I learned that more than anything from my father.
Yeah, that's true. So true. And you've had this SDSU team you guys had a great win against Cal, not so good against Gonzaga, a little bit of inconsistency. Tell us a little bit about this team and where you're headed right now.
Well, the loss against Gonzaga was tough, but we weren't at full strength. We were down Malik Pope, one of our better players, Max Holtzel. And that's not to say we could have beat Gonzaga at full strength. I think we could have maybe given them a better game. The thing with college basketball is, you know, Scott, you're turning over rosters every year. You don't have your core group like Golden State, or it's always an experiment waiting to happen. And so we're trying to fit pieces together. We're trying to find our strengths and weaknesses while we win games. But unfortunately, there's times you suffer setbacks as you try to improve your team. And right now, we're trying to improve our team. We're trying to play more consistent for longer periods of time. And we like our team. I think we'll get there. Whether we're there tonight will remain to be seen.
Now, I was a defensive-minded player. How do you get your team to buy in year after year for being such a good defensive team? Number one in points, field goal percentage last year, and off to another great start. Very few teams can score 70 against you guys.
I know, and you haven't played for Dean Smith. You know that legendary coaches, they always talk about defense and rebounding win championships. So our kids buy in. They play defense because they want to win. And if they don't play defense, they're not going to be on the floor. So we work really hard on defense. Justin Hudson, one of our assistant coaches, anchors our defense. He's the voice of the defense, and he's passionate about it. And I think our players feed off his passion. He does a great job of setting the tempo and the emotion of our defensive game plans.
Well, real quickly about your game plan. What is your game plan tonight against the Slopes team?
Well, obviously, we've got to control Russell. He's coming off a 42-point performance. And then Vernon last year had a great game against us at San Diego State. He crushed us on the glass. He scored double figures, and he did a great job. So obviously, Russell and Vernon are big concerns of ours.
There's a surge of excitement at GCU as the Lopes gear up for greatness. We do not accept defeat. We will not disappoint. We will not quit. We are the intensity brewing in the heart of Phoenix. We are the Lopes rising. Come watch us defend our house against Louisville, San Diego State, and rival New Mexico State. Catch all the family-friendly entertainment. Games will sell out. Get your basketball season tickets today at lopestickets.com.
I am Laura Lozoya, and I am majoring in biology with an emphasis in pre-med at Grand Canyon University. The dorm life at GCU definitely helped me build relationships, and I've made great friends on this campus. The quality education here is great. You're testing your limits, but you're going beyond them. It all comes together. The sciences, the ethics, and just everything. It's a beautiful thing.
Grand Canyon University.
That's hashtag Lopes Rising. Check out the tweets coming in right now. This is your way to cheer on the Lopes from home. I'm Kate Longworth. Welcome back to the out here at GCU Arena. They call him Zero the Hero. And after his 42 points against Louisville's tough defense on Saturday, Dwayne Russell is known throughout the basketball community, you better believe. That's right, Russell had the night of his life. He's garnering attention from NBA stars out there as well as analysts, and he certainly grabbed Rick Pitino's attention, and our very own Barry Boutel got to sit down with him and talk about the night that was the best in his career.
Dwayne, it's been an interesting week. Obviously, the other night, you had a pretty good game. You went off, as they say. Did you feel early on like you were going to be hot that evening?
Yeah, I had a good workout with TJ and Brendan. You know, a lot of things was just going my way that night, so I felt good.
At any point, did you feel like, wow, I'm in the groove here. They're having problems defending me?
Yeah, I did. Most importantly, I was just trying to win the game. You know, we were down basically the whole game, just trying to come back as much as I could, like trying to give us the best lead.
They put McMahon on you, they put Levitch on you. Those two guys, they had a little bit of problem. But Snyder and Mitchell, they did a little bit better job than those other two guys. And then they put the 7-footer on you and went right up over the top of them. You seemed to like own everybody. And of course, Coach Pitino said as much after the game was over. But you got to feel good when he tries to put everything in the kitchen sink against you and they can't stop you.
Yeah, I did feel pretty good. good. You know, it was a cool experience. You know, I worked really hard this off season, so you know, just kudos to the hard work and everything like that.
What went into that? What was your mindset during the off season that said, hey, this is my last year of college basketball. I've got to do something. I know that cramping was an issue last year.
Yeah.
Talked a little bit about your diet a little bit. It seemed like you were a man on a mission this year.
Yeah, definitely. I changed my diet. Coach Marley got on me about my diet. I definitely changed my diet. Hit the weight room. Tried to be in the best condition as I possibly could, and then I just worked on my jump shot repeatedly every day. So that was my summer.
How tough is it with the injuries that this team has faced here early on? And of course, Josh getting the scope. It's tough when he's not on the floor. You really wonder what the outcome of the game the other night might have been if you guys were at full strength.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Josh is a big piece of everything that we do. So we're definitely missing him. Boubacar, Matt, Kenzo. You know, we kind of took a hit at the beginning of the season, but we're not going to make any excuses. We're just going to fight, try to get some wins.
What's driving you this year? What motivates you on the court? What are your aspirations after this season?
I'm really not trying to look forward to anything after the season. I'm just trying to win as many games. I'm a competitor, and I love to win, and that's what I'm trying to do, is just trying to win.
What was that like at the final buzzer? You turn around and right in your face is Coach Pitino, and not only with the handshake, but he gave you a little bit of a hug there. I mean, he had mad respect for you.
Yeah, it was a great experience. You know, I, as a young kid, watched Louisville growing up, watched him on TV, so it was just an out-of-body experience for me. And you know, I'm just blessed that happened to me.
What was the atmosphere like here? I mean, it gets amped up for every game, but it just seemed like it was magnified even tenfold.
Like when we came out here to warm up, probably 30 minutes, 40 minutes before the game, we felt the energy in this gym. The Javies did a great job that night, so just respect to them.
How do you bottle that up? You got San Diego State, another pretty good basketball team coming in here this evening. Can you talk a little bit about how you kind of come together as a unit now, down Josh, and how you guys are going to rally for the rest of the year up to conference play?
Yeah, I think we have a chip on the shoulder right now. We even though everybody's saying that's like kind of like a moral victory, we don't look at it like that. We know we lost that game, and we're trying to find some wins right now. So we're a hungry team.
All right, man. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Try to repeat that performance.
I'll try.
Thanks.
Thank you, Barry. Great job talking to Dwayne Russell about the night that was. And for those of you at home who have a few moments before tip-off, check out GCULopes.com and hear from Dwayne Russell in his own words, talking about that incredible night. And now, can the success from that night carry over? How about 44 points tonight? Go for 50. We'll be watching Zero the Hero, what he can do tonight, plus we'll take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Lopes. Your Lopes pregame show continues on the CW6 right after this.
Founded on the belief that the entrepreneurial dream is an engine that drives innovation forward in a global marketplace, the Colangelo College of Business educates and develops values-driven business leaders. Our graduates exemplify the principles of servant leadership and entrepreneurship. GCU's strong Christian identity informs the education you receive, integrating our Christian values with the business curriculum. The college features more than 25 programs from the bachelor through the master's level, catering to traditional, evening, and online students. These programs serve a diverse set of aspiring business professionals who not only learn in a classroom, but gain real-world experience operating actual businesses. Our students also receive unique access to Jerry Colangelo's legendary experience, leadership, and connections throughout the business world. Find out more at gcu.edu/business.
Welcome back. A live look inside GCU Arena as the Lopes get ready to take on the San Diego State Aztecs. It's the Aztecs' first trip here to the Valley, and you better believe that they know what to expect from the Lopes if they've been watching the news this past week after Rick Pitino commented on this crowd being stronger and tougher to play here than Duke and Kentucky. That's right. So you better believe after hearing something like that, the Havocs ready to step up their game even more tonight. I'm Kate Longworth. You're watching the Lopes pregame show. We're counting you down to tip-off. Tonight is a very big game for the Lopes as they go off against the Aztecs. But it's a big schedule for the men's basketball team. Let's take a look at the weeks and months ahead. This Saturday, you can head out to GCU Arena to see what all the Havoc hype is about as they take on the University of Illinois Chicago. That's 7 p.m. If you're watching from home, you can catch us on 3 TV. Then on the 14th, they're heading down to Tucson. They'll face Arizona. 9 p.m. start. And then it's Mississippi Valley State back here at home, along with Alcorn State, and that will wrap up right before the holidays, the 17th and 20th. They are back here in the house on December 28th to close out the year here, Cal Poly, and then they head to UC Riverside. That's where they'll be spending their New Year's Eve, and in the new year, we hope to see you out here at GCU Arena as they head back home on the 7th against Utah Valley. Well, we saw an amazing performance on the court on Saturday from the Lopes against Louisville, but the crowd was electric, and it's sounding like it's going to be more of the same. We're counting you down to tip-off. It's right on the other side. Barry and Scott will be right back with us. For now, sit back, enjoy the sights and sounds here at GCU Arena, and we'll see you right after this with Game Action.
Finding the right college isn't always simple. The choices I make today affect where I'll be tomorrow. That's why I chose Grand Canyon University. Here I'm working toward a greater purpose and a place that feels like home. With scholarships to help me earn my degree, I can graduate in less than 4 years. By attending GCU, Arizona's premier private Christian university, I know I'm not just making the right choice, I'm making the smart choice.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
We have to start establishing that this is our play. From here on out. Hey, this is what we played before. We're better safe than them. Let's go. Come on, go get him now. Let's go.
Live from the heart and soul of Phoenix, welcome to the campus of Grand Canyon University and inside GCU Arena, where tonight the Lopes play host to the Aztecs from San Diego State. Good evening and welcome to GCU Basketball. Alongside three-time NBA champ Scott Williams, I'm Barry Nuttall. Kate Longworth will be along in just a moment. Well, how do you come back down from the euphoria that was here just a few short nights ago, albeit a 79-70 loss to Louisville, but boy, did Dwayne Russell put on a show.
He really was absolutely fantastic. Did it absolutely all for his team. He scored inside, he scored outside, he got to the free throw line, he took on double teams, he had the floater working. It was a wonderful performance to watch.
Actually leading at half 37-36, but there you see it, Dwayne Russell, career high 42 points, played in 40 minutes the entire game before a record crowd of over 7,400.
Well, I can't say enough about him, but I think what Rick Pitino said summed it all up. Best guard performance he'd ever seen against one of his teams, and I would agree. Best guard performance I've ever witnessed.
Second most in 103 years of Division I athletics for the University of Louisville for Dwayne Russell. It just seemed like anybody that went up against him couldn't stop him.
No, they put longer players on him, they put smaller players on him. He had the crossover dribble working, he had between the legs. in the painted area. I love the pull-up jump shot. It's my favorite.
He did a fantastic job, and Dwayne Russell will be called upon yet again to take on a San Diego State team that was rocked by the Lopes last year. Zylan Cheatham leads the way from South Mountain High School here in Phoenix.
Yeah, big, strong, 220-pound sophomore, and the guy looks like he lives in the weight room. I talked to him before the game, said, Scott, I'm just going to let my play do the talking for him. So I think the Lopes need to keep an eye on him. He's very active in transition. He works hard on the glass.
Just a tick under 10 points per game in scoring and just over 5 rebounds. We'll keep an eye on Cheatham here tonight as the Aztecs look for revenge. But now let's send it over to the public address announcer, Paul Deducer, with our prayer and our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to GCU Arena and tonight's men's basketball matchup between the San Diego State University Aztecs and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you all please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin this evening's competition with the word of prayer. Tonight's prayer is led by the president of ASGCU and student body president Slade Herman. Prior to our prayer tonight, we'll take a moment of silence in remembrance of the attack on Pearl Harbor. 75 years ago today, on December 7th, 1941, the attack left 2,403 U.S. military personnel dead and 169 American aircraft destroyed. Let us remember.
If you'll please pray with me. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day, God, and we thank you for the beautiful day that it is today to play some basketball. I pray for the competitors tonight, Lord, and I pray that you could keep their bodies healthy as they compete tonight. I thank you for all the fans that came out tonight, and I pray that on their way home they may have safe travels. And most importantly, we thank you for the sacrifice that your son made on the cross. Dear Father, amen.
Thank you, Slade Herman. Fans, please remain standing as we now honor America with the playing of our national anthem. The Star-Spangled Banner will be performed this evening by our very own Thundering Herd Pep Band under the direction of Paul Cook. Thank you.
Nice job by Slade Herman with our prayer and the Thundering Herd Prep Band with our national anthem as you look at Steve Fisher, his 18th season as head coach at San Diego State University. Wow, what can you say? 9 seasons as head coach at Michigan, national championship in '89, 15 NCAA tournament appearances, 11 straight 20-plus win seasons. Here's his starting 5. Trey Kell, Dakari Allen, Jeremy Hemsley, Zylan Cheatham from Phoenix, and Malik Pope.
Yeah, we're going to pop Jeremy Hemsley tonight. I mean, this dude can really tote the rock. In his last 4 games, he's only committed 2 turnovers. He gets great ball pressure on defense. Obviously, amazing court vision on offense.
The associate head coach, Brian Dutcher. The assistants are Justin Hudson and Dave Velasquez. The assistant to the head coach is Mark Fisher.
Does anybody remember the Louisville game?
You remember these comments from head coach Rick Pitino?
Columbus and college basketball in my 40-plus years was the toughest crowd I've ever faced. You got something special here, really special. Whether we go to Duke, Kentucky, and nothing was as tough as that environment tonight.
Here are tonight's Canyon State Credit Union starting lineup. Canyon State Credit Union committed to you. For Dan Marley, Dwayne Russell, Jared Martin, Keontae Vernon, Darian Clark, and Oscar Freyer.
Well, a year ago, Keontae Vernon was the man versus SDSU, those 16 points and 11 rebounds. Coach Brian Dutcher has got his eyes set on trying to slow Dutcher down. He knows he uses those wheels in transition. He loves to crash the offensive glass. He will have to be a major factor tonight as the Lopes are shorthanded once again.
Dan Marley in his fourth season as head coach. The associate head coach is Todd Lee. The assistants are Chris Cremelone and TJ Benson. Director of basketball operations is Luke Della Riva. Keontae Vernon had a double-double in the upset victory a season ago at San Diego State, 52-45. He'll be called upon again for the Lopes tonight. And there he is, Zero the hero, 42 points against the University of Louisville. Time now for Scott's Keys to the Game, brought to you by your Valley Hyundai dealer. Shop by Hyundai.com today.
Well, number one key is forget about it. I mean, the Lopes have been enjoying some national headlines by writers on television. They must forget about that emotional game against Louisville and can't focus here on the Aztecs. And the other one is just running Mission Beach. I mean, they have to get out in transition, get set to score before this Aztec defense has a chance to set itself. They are number one in the nation last year in defensive field goal percentage, second scoring defense, fifth in blocks, and sixth in rebounds. So they're going to have to go out there and play fast and furious before they can set that day in a Hotel Del state of mind. Even though the Lopes are shorthanded tonight, they can't get stressed out about what they don't have. They got to remember what they do have, go out there, relax, and have fun enjoying playing the game that they love.
Well, they always have the Havocs in the house, making this college basketball's greatest fan experience. They will remain on their feet until the Lopes hit their opening bucket. The officials are Dick Cartmel, David Hall, and Larry Spalding. Oscar Freyer to take the tip, alongside Malik Pope from Sacramento, California. We are underway, and Freyer again a little too heavy on the pushback to Dwayne Russell, and goes out of bounds. It'll belong to the Aztecs. Inbound, Hemsley. Whoop. Do it again. Hemsley kicks back out. Pope to his left. Inside, Cheatham. South Mountain high off the glass. Big rebound. Aztecs put back, not there. Vernon pushes back out, but Pope. Russell got a hand on it. Ball belonging to the Lopes.
Well, they got a number of offensive rebounds. That won't make Coach Marley happy in that first possession. They got to get that ball cleanly. Can't run if you have to inbound the ball on the side.
Russell, eyed by Allen. Back over. Vernon not looking. Picked off there by Cal. On the run, lays it in, and it drives.
Miscommunication offensively. Russell thought he was going to be able to flip that ball back to Vernon, and Vernon had cut down towards the basket.
Russell to his right. Near side, down low. Freyer looking for three. Off the mark, picked up by Hemsley. Brings it up the court. Hemsley on Russell, driving. Russell called.
One more time here. You can see there was just nobody home. Vernon going to the basket, easy transition bucket, and that's twice now they've had an opportunity to get out in transition and use their wheels after that missed shot. They also got a chance. Russell picked up an early foul, something we're going to have to watch because they need him on the floor 35-plus minutes tonight.
Cal just inside the arc for 2. Aztecs out to a 4-zip lead early on. Russell on by Allen, leaves for Vernon, turns on Cheatham. Foul away, looks like Allen's going to pick it up.
Nice execution of the pro set, the simple one, just give it to a guy on the pinch post, that elbow area there on the key, and then just cut down and set a pick for a guy coming back to the top. It'll reach out and grab. Nice solid screen was set.
Inside, Vernon moves to his right, quick bounce pass. Russell stops, pops, and it is!
Now Keontae Vernon's getting really good at slipping that pass back door.
Hemsley up high, rebound, Cheatham underneath, Martin.
Yeah, Jared Mott got caught on the perimeter ball watching. Didn't get back on there and get a body on a body, but I love this one here. And this is just a simple Russell that acts like he's coming back out across the top and goes back door. Like I said, Keontae Vernon's getting real nice and slipping that ball past the defense.
Cheatham, a 73% free throw shooter. Rings out. South Mountain High School in Phoenix, Arizona for Zylan Cheatham.
Yeah, he wants to have a big game tonight. He was so intense, he hardly muttered more than about 10 words to me when I was trying to get a comment from him. He said, I want to let my play do the talking, Scott. I said, okay. They want to make him mad.
Quickly up to Martin, leaves for Clark. Underneath and up off the glass and in.
Oh, that's the way you get the cookie cutter out and break that press. Ball never hit the floor, and they got 2 points the easy way.
Good hustle by Vernon, pushing that out of bounds.
Throw that thing 3/4 length of the court. Jared Martin's always got his eyes up looking for an open man.
Cheatham, top of the key, pushes back out to his right. He has Dakari Allen up high. Short rebound underneath Cheatham. Up over his head and picked up by Russell.
They're rebounding by committee for the Lopes right now. They're off and running.
Quick ball movement. Vernon back out Russell. On the right side, off the wing. Pushes back out. Way out. Martin moves to his right. Careful. Vernon picks it up, leaves again for Russell. Moves in, stops, pops inside the arc, short. Rebound pushed out by Frayer, and it'll belong to the Aztecs.
The Lopes didn't look real sure on that possession what set they were supposed to be in. You know, limited time in practice this week as they had to rest a few guys due to some fatigue and injuries. Kind of showing in the early going here.
Cal Cheatham open look from the arc. Short. Uncontested.
Yeah, they got to get a hand in the shooter's face. You can't count on Cheatham missing all of those.
Martin for 3, off the mark, big time. The shooting woes continue for Jared Martin.
I wanted to say that he looked like he was either in a rush to get that one off before the defense could get to him, or and in addition to that, he seemed like he's trying to steer the basketball rather than just go into his shooting motion and letting it fly. This is where he's really good on defense, leading the whack in steals.
15 steals coming in. Off the glass high is Trey Cal, averaging 15.3 points per game. He has all of them. 7-4, San Diego State on top.
I figure the one guy we don't talk about comes out on fire.
Russell heavy underneath and high off the glass. It goes for DC Darian Clark.
Hard working basket that time by DC. Just was not going to be denied on getting to the bucket.
Shot attempt put back easy there by Cheatham.
That's where Cheatham likes to live, on that offensive glass. He's got very live legs, quick off the floor.
High up-tempo game here early on. 9-6. Vernon brings it down underneath. Swatted away there underneath, but the rebound picked up. Clark tried to get a handle on it. Diving after the ball. It'll belong to San Diego State.
Well, I know they didn't come up with it there, but you got to love the energy from the guys in the white jerseys. They're going after it. And just one more time by Darian Clark as he just took that strong to the right down the right-hand lane, and then local South Mountain product there on that offensive glass.
3 offensive rebounds for San Diego State early on. Hemsley leaving for Cal. Moves to his right. Into the corner it goes. Pulled back down there by Pope. Foul looks like on Frere.
Yeah, playing with his hands and not moving his feet. Got to stay in front of the player when you're closing out on that perimeter shot. Be ready to retreat.
15:56 on the clock. 3-point San Diego State lead, 9-6. Let's send it over to Kate Longworth.
All right, guys, I am amidst the havoc with some of the most famous students here on campus. We're talking about the Havocs, and I'm joined by President Stephen Furst. What was it like for you guys with that Louisville game and the notoriety you got, especially from Rick Pitino's post-game comment?
I mean, yeah, those comments were probably the best thing anyone could have said about us. We have so much respect for Rick for saying that. It was such a big thing of him to do. It gave us the national attention that we have been wanting for the last 3 years, and I think it really put the state of Arizona on our radar and the rest of the country. It was really cool to have happen.
And Abby, you guys didn't just come in full effect on that Saturday. You guys started camping out earlier in the week. What was that experience like for everyone on campus, bringing you guys close together for that game?
Yeah, we did. And, you know, I think it really was a testament to the students' loyalty to GCU, because sacrificing sleep that close to finals week means a lot.
And Taylor, was there anything bigger than Saturday's game? Did it feel different inside this arena?
It was an amazing experience. Everybody was so happy, and it was just a really great atmosphere, and it was just louder than usual, and it was awesome.
And now, guys, how do you top it?
We top it by just the way we've topped every other year. We're just going to keep growing, and students are going to get more and more bought into it, and the rest of the nation's going to be put, we're going to be put on the rest of the nation's radar more and more.
Certainly are. Thank you guys. Great job. And Barry and Scott, I know you realize these guys, they do their homework. There is stat sheets on the seats for these students. They know how to go out there and get in their opponent's head. And Rick Pitino said it worked. And oh, by the way, the Havocs just taught me, guys, in case you were confused, San Diego is not a state. That is the chant happening over here right now.
That's my favorite right there. Saw the guy with the poster behind me with that one. I love that.
They're a hard-working group. Support not only men's basketball, but there's 21 other athletic teams on campus here at GCU that get their support, as well as the cheer, the dance, and the band. Put in a lot of hours. Pope tried to lay it back in, but following up on the play was Dakari Allen.
Well, that was a great job that time. Slide in front of the defender, but too many offensive rebounds for easy putbacks. Now that was the 4th for the Aztecs.
Cal 3 of 4 for 6 points. Clark 2 for 2 with 4 points. Long range shot, Dwayne Russell.
Now, Russell's gotten extremely good moving from his left to his right. He used to only be able to finish at the rim. Now he's added that mid-range jump shot. Now he slides his feet defensively and gets the charge.
That's right. Jeremy Hemsley called.
Is there anything that Russell can't do for this team? I mean, so quick on offense, but yet equally willing to use that quickness on defense and taking one for his team. I mean, he got trucked right across the numbers.
He got driven back. Inbound quickly back to Vernon as they work off a minor press there by San Diego State. Steve Fisher has been on his feet at the bench of the Aztecs since the game started. They know exactly what they're getting themselves into coming off of that loss a season ago at home. And then they saw what transpired here against Louisville. Russell somehow got the ball back short. Rebound underneath Martin. Push back, bounce pass, Russell. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. Slowing things down. Move to his right. Matt Shrigley now in for the Aztecs. A little bit of room, and that was enough for Russell.
Yeah, he just got his right foot on that three-point line. Otherwise, that would have been a triple, but Fisher's right on it. Goes to the 2, loops 1-point disadvantage. But Dwayne Russell is looking to be very aggressive again in the opening going. If he was eligible, he would be second in the nation in scoring.
Oh, big rebound. Shrigley was there.
Oh, he walked. He got away with a walk. Coach Marley is upset.
Good grief. Cheatham. They're going to give it to the Lopes. Maybe a little bit of a payback, huh?
Absolutely. It was absolutely a payback because it certainly went out from the Lopes player. I think it was Clark underneath. Wasn't able to corral that ball, but look at this one again by Dwayne Russell. Just gets the guy retreating far enough to create enough distance for him to get a clean look and enough time to get that shot off over a taller, longer defender.
Allen stopped there, but quickly by Martin. Martin pulls down, drives into the paint. Back underneath. Oh, off of the fingertips of Clark. Back out Russell. Russell turns to his left, moves up on Allen, down to the baseline. Stops. Allen will throw it out of bounds.
I think he was trying to throw that one off of Russell, and Russell darted out of the way from it, so it'll be Lopes' ball, kind of in a rough spot down in that left-hand corner with only 7 seconds on the shot clock.
Look at Steve Fisher just going strong. 10 Mountain West championships, 26 NCAA tournament victories. Careful, Fifi Adu in the game's got to get it off. 3-point attempt, off the mark, rebound. Pulled down by Shrigley. Shrigley coming back from an ankle injury, he's played well. Bounce pass, inside, Pope. High by Clark, turned around and hit it.
Oh, wonderful step back move by Pope there. Got Clark moving back just far enough for him to get that shot up off over the top.
Cheatham with some hustle there. It'll be an inbound for San Diego State.
He put some back pressure on the Lopes there, and they weren't able to connect. I think they're going to, they're giving that ball to, no, they're not. I thought they were originally had signaled they were going to give it to the Aztecs, but I think the official just pointed the wrong direction.
Yeah, by the looks of Russell, it looked like he was upset with the call. 13 and counting opening half here in Phoenix. Martin quickly inside. Ooh, look out.
Now they turn it over.
Hotzel. It went off the fingertips of Clark.
A good post defense down there, and Martin had to throw that ball outside the body of Clark, trying to post up more than he would have wanted to because of that good defensive pressure. And Clark not able to handle that pass with one hand, lost it on the baseline.
Max Hotzel had been out for 3 games with a knee injury. He's played well after coming back from injury. Back out. Hotzel stops. Too heavy. Rebound. Sea of black.
A lot of black jerseys down there, but I think they're going to say number 42 Martin was the one that got his hand on it last and knocked it out of bounds. But nice job on the little mid-range pull-up there. But I like the way Clark was nice and high, but didn't give up much ground and made it a very tough finish that time. And good defense several times by the bigs underneath, trying to protect that paint.
Kerwin Smith in for Darian Clark. Zundu in for San Diego State as well. At the buzzer, off the mark, pulled down by Vernon. Look down. You don't want to be in Keontae's way.
Those elbows, they could cause a concussion quite easily.
Quickly bounce pass. Vernon turns around and he connects. How about that?
Keontae Vernon has added that 12 to 16-foot jump shot to his arsenal over the course of the summer, and he's got the confidence to take it. He knows they're missing their one of their top scorers. They got to make up points in other places.
Cal, soft floater. Ooh, underneath. Keontae Vernon called following Valentine Azundu. Timeout on the floor. 11:52 left to go, opening half, and a tight game. 13-12, the Aztecs on top of the Lopes. Keep it right here.
GCU is the university that never sleeps, moving at the speed of light, so we can give our students the competitive edge they need to succeed. And now, GCU is leading in the areas of computer science and IT. We prepare students to meet the demands of the fastest growing industry through our innovative IT programs in our College of Science, Engineering, and Technology. Using the latest real-world tools and an adaptive curriculum, GCU gives students the education they need today to excel in their careers tomorrow. Join the most inventive concept in education right now and position yourself for a future in the expanding world of IT. GCU offers fast-track options with courses in cybersecurity, cloud computing, systems architecture, and business analytics. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/IT.
Grand Canyon men's basketball is brought to you by your Valley Hyundai dealers. For a limited time, every day is Black Friday. Shop myhyundai.com today. And by Canyon State Credit Union, committed to you. Barry Butel, Scott Williams, and we'll send it over to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, as you know, Saturday night's game against Louisville was the biggest game to date that GCU has ever hosted here. But Marley's message to his players was simple. He told them before the game, go out there and play with no fear. Leave no regrets on the court. Dwayne Russell explains that Coach Marley really instills in the players a mindset to go out there, be selfless, but find ways to get it done. And he said if you follow Dan's philosophy and game plan and play that, what we've talked about the last couple games, that smart basketball, Coach can be your #1 cheerleader.
Thank you, Kate. 1 point, Aztecs lead. And connecting for three is Shrigley.
Shrigley came
First
off.
one of the night for both teams.
Yeah, he came off of that down on the post there, and he knew that play was drawn up for him during that timeout. He had the confidence to stroke it cleanly. He did.
Now both teams are 0 for 4 from the arc. Russell just inside it, and he connects. Looks like a little bit of carryover, no hangover for Dwayne Russell.
Yeah, he knocks down about 78% of those that he gets right to that free throw line, moving from his left to his right. This is where GCU's got to do a better job here. They're doing a nice job on the initial shots by San Diego State, but they got to get on the glass. 7-0 boards already in the early going here for the Aztecs.
Well, Vernon got a hand on it. 9-8 on the shot clock. Hutzel's got to do something with it. Waited and waited for Hemsley, but he waited too long. Bounce pass up and in.
This game is knotted up at 16 after some really good defense by the Lobes, forcing the turnover. Nice job by Keontae Vernon getting 35 feet away from the basket. They don't see a lot of big guys comfortable leaving the basket that far away.
How about 2 assists already for Vernon?
Love it.
Hemsley. Hutzel, long three. Off the mark. Again, rebound underneath though. Zundu.
Zundu does a really nice job hitting Vernon under that glass and uses his length to go up and get that rebound cleanly. But when he dipped that shoulder into Vernon, that's a telltale sign that the player is creating that contact and moving the defensive player off of his position. The referees were all over it. Young man needs to get that ball, pivot away from the defender, and then go back up strong with the basketball. We'll learn that one at times. Good job by Keontae Vernon, even though he didn't get the rebound, of holding his position underneath. Let's see if they can get a good look at a basket here and try to get the lead in this ball game.
Also takes a seat for the Aztecs. Gil Caesar in. Vernon drives underneath, try to leave it there, but there's Sia Red, but Vernon's there. Oh no! Kerwin Smith around and around it goes and drops.
Yeah, we weren't sure we would see Kerwin Smith tonight. Twisted his ankle in practice this week, but does a nice job picking that one up off the floor and getting it in softly.
How about Vernon dishing out the assist? Kerwin Smith with the rebound.
He went over and laid some lumber down there on his Zindu. Got that rebound.
Thought Keontae might pull the three, but here's Fifi. Good! Fifi!
That was wonderful ball movement right now. The Lobes got it going. The Havocs have really turned it up the noise level in here. The Lobes are feeding off of that energy.
Shrigley, Gil Caesar, down low. 9-0 Lopes run. Ooh, Freyer called.
Oscar Freier's got to realize he can't make that initial reach. When he does that, he just gets himself out of position. But look at the bigs. I love when they start playing together there. That quick jumping ability of Kerwin Smith to get that one and go to the other side of the rim with him as protection. And Coach Marley fired up after that long basket there by Fifi.
Freyer's going to take a seat.
5-team fouls on the Lopes. Something to watch. We're still over 9 minutes to play. Don't want to start sending this Aztec team to the line.
Gil Caesar, Zundu. Back out Shrigley to his right. Back long distance Hemsley. Oh, three-pointer.
That was really deep. That was out there where Steph Curry and the guys in the NBA shoot him from.
It came in 14 of 26 from the arc. Russell, left, right, left, back, underneath, kicked out Martin towards back. Hands it over for Vernon. Up high, up over the top! Kerwin Smith!
That was a beautiful pass, but an even better finish because Smith doesn't bring that ball down below his waist. Able to gather himself and go right back up. I talked about the pogo type legs this guy has. He really allowed up display there.
Fifi let Zundu underneath.
Got to crack back. On times I've heard cracking down to in meeting rooms on those guards and getting those bigs out of that painted area and making them a non-factor.
Kicked it. Off with a foot. Shrigley. 8:07 on the clock. 2-point Lopes lead.
Keontae Vernon's getting a little break, but I love that one there. And just threw it right up over to take the lid off the top of the defense. And then the young freshman got caught watching the ball. Gave up an easy 2 on inside.
Cheatham back in for Zundu. Clark in the game for the Lopes. Off the mark, heavy. Rebound, Cheatham.
Cheatham's got some energy. He has ready to play tonight. He even took it off the glass and dribbled it into the front court.
Pope. Bounce. Pass into Gil Caesar. Pulls back. Short.
Nice job,
Cheatham
Kerwin Smith. Using that extra 15 pounds of muscle that he put on this summer and working with Cheatham, who looks like he lives in the weight room.
Timeout on the floor, 9-5 in favor of the Lopes bench in scoring. 7:49 on the clock. 2-point lead as the Lopes have come out to play. Dwayne Russell coming off a 42-point performance against Louisville has looked sharp early on. How about Keontae Vernon dishing some dimes as well here tonight?
Well, I really like the way that Keontae Vernon has done a nice job learning how to slip the backdoor pass. I love this play. Let's go to the illustrator on this one because simple play right here. You'll see Dwayne Russell right there. He's going to be the primary ball handler, but then Keontae Vernon's going to sneak up here and get this pass. Now what Russell's going to do is he slides to the corner. He sells up like he's coming back across the top, which most guards do. Vernon has a little ball fake there, and then he's backdoor to the basket. Vernon slips the pass in here, roll it. You can watch the whole thing unfold. Fast motion here. Just a little two-man game working together. Acts like he's coming, goes right back door, gets to his spot, and he knocks down the jump shot. So wonderful job drawing that one up. They work on that one in practice. It's not a lot of an easy pass to slip that one under your defender's hands, but yet in a good place where Russell can pick that ball up off the floor and do something creative with it.
GCU 6 for their last 6 from the field. How about Fifi Adu? 5 points and an assist in 6 minutes.
Well, being aggressive. Whatever message Coach Marley and Associate Head Coach Todd Lee has been giving his players, it has been well received by young Fifi Adu because he has been aggressive. He's getting to spots on the floor that he's very comfortable shooting the basketball. It is where his teammates know he's going to be. Deep in that corner, spreading out that defense, allowing passing angles, and then also allowing enough time for him to get a clean look. Not the best outside shooter under pressure, but very good when he has much time to set up.
61% shooting for the Lopes.
Yeah, conversely, doing the job defensively. Aztecs are just 9 of 25 from the field here in this first half, 36%. They do have a couple threes, and they got a number of offensive rebounds that are keeping them close. But right now, the Lopes couldn't have dreamt a better start to this game. Just got to shut down that offensive glass.
Yep, second chance points in favor of the Aztecs, 8-2. Inbound from Clark right up the middle with Kerwin Smith. Careful, Cheatham's there. Oops, got the foot on it, Cheatham.
Yeah, Kerwin Smith, he did a nice job making himself available for that basketball in the middle of the floor, but when he dribbled the ball right towards us here, towards the scorer's table, now he's dribbling into danger. That's the coffin corner. That's the area that you don't want to be in the front court, yet using the mid-court line as a third defender if they were to trap him.
Martin to Russell. Russell cuts in, bounce pass. Clark pulls back his own rebound. Goes left hand, not there. Oh, Kerwin Smith there, but he's fouled. Cheatham.
Nice job by Clark trying to get that one up over the top of the defense. They just got some long bodies down low, and then Kerwin Smith's guy goes to help. What do? You go right to the rim. Tried to get that flush. Got fouled. Now this is where Kerwin Smith has impressed me the most. Not only the added muscle, but the ability to go to the free throw line and knock down some free throws. Much better, at a much higher clip than he did a year ago. I think maybe the commentator jinxed that jumped on him there, but he's done a really good job with confidence. His knees used to shake when he went to the free throw line a couple seasons ago. Now he's going in and shooting clean.
Check that. That was Pope on the personal foul. Gil Caesar takes a seat on the bench. Allen. Cal, bounce pass, Cheatham. Back out. Cal. Over to Allen. Hemsley. Inside to Pope. Down low, turnaround, left hand doesn't fall for Cheatham. Pushes that rebound out of bounds. It'll belong to GCU.
A really nice job by Fifi Adu going into that double team, and then getting out of that double team and finding his man didn't cause much of a disadvantage at all for this Lopes team. Another good stop for the Lopes.
Just under 7 to go, opening half. 3-point Lopes lead over San Diego State. Martin without a point. Wants Fifi. Crisscrossing. Leaves for Russell. Back to Martin, looks for 3. Short, rebound, underneath. Kerwin Smith! Hello, Kerwin!
Now the Lopes are doing a nice job on that offensive board. Darian Clark kept it alive, and Kerwin Smith will get credit for the 4th Lopes offensive rebound, but it was Darian Clark that really got those 2 points. He should get an assist on that play, Greg.
Season high 7 to Kerwin Smith. Cal moving on Kerwin. Stopped by Fifi. Cheatham tries to rally it in. Oh, there comes Fifi. Oh, my. Oh, Fifi, calm down, my friend.
Yeah, but you can see Coach Marley, the first person over there to go get him off the floor, because another Lopes player not afraid to go diving on the floor for the basketball. As a coaching staff, you have absolutely got to love that hustle. They used to keep a stat at North Carolina when I played for Dean Smith. They called it first to the floor. And you would get out of running sprints at the end of practice if you could get first to the floor point recognition.
Cal to his left on Martin. Back out. Pope pulls down just inside the arc. Too heavy. Cheatham's there. Oh. Keontae Vernon.
Yeah, that's Keontae Vernon. That's going to be the tough. Second on Keontae Vernon. He knows that he's going to have to get they're going to have to get a sub for him, get him out of this game. Cannot afford for him to get his 3rd foul here in this first half. That ball comes off so hard. It is an absolute scud missile thrown up at the basket. It came off so far, caught Keontae Vernon in transition back to the bucket. Lift Frere with the steal.
Whoa, here comes Russell on the run. Stops, draws the foul. Frere came back in, Clark came back in.
Yeah, look at that. How quick is Frere to the basketball on that? I didn't think there was any way he was going to get that before he ran out of real estate, and then fires a strike over to Dwayne Russell and knows what to do with it. Little guy doesn't even try to score the basketball sometimes, and he knows he's at a disadvantage. Just gets to the defender's chest, gets that contact, and goes to the free throw line.
Brings out for Russell.
71%. Surprised that one was off. He's been on an absolute tear here, both from the free throw line and from the field. I talked about those career high 42 points he had on Saturday night against one of the nation's best teams.
There you go. 6-point lead for GCU.
Yeah, you know these Aztecs are going to make a run. This is where Lopes have to make sure that they stay tight defensively, don't allow easy opportunity and open looks, and then continue to get on the defensive glass.
Hemsley to his right. Dakari Allen, bounce pass inside. Pope Pope swarmed by Lopes. Cross court, near side. Looking to move, and a travel for Trey Cal.
I don't know what Martin was doing over there. You can see his hands were moving, his lips were moving. He was yelling at the defender. And caused Trey Kell to move his pivot foot and turn the basketball over. That was textbook defense, and had a Carter guy that could shoot the three-point shot.
5 San Diego State turnovers. Russell for 3 points. Oh, off the mark to the right, pulled down by Jeremy Hemsley. Hemsley to his right, Kell down low, driving baseline underneath. Allen doesn't go, draws the foul.
Allen went in there with a man on a mission, and he was going to get to the rack. His team hadn't scored any points in a while, and when you're struggling from the field the way the Aztecs are, the best way to get yourself going and to get some easy opportunities is to get to the charity stripe.
Exactly 5 to go, opening half. Allen from the three. Ooh, my goodness.
Oh, the Havocs are going to let them have it for that one. That one barely touched the bottom of the net. It was so short.
Oh, goodness. 68% coming in, 13 of 19 now. 13 of 20. Yeah, the Havocs all on top of Bakari. Connects on the back end.
Yeah, good moxie there to come back and make that second one. Sometimes when a young player shoots that air ball, the second one comes back so strong it almost hits the backboard before it goes in.
Yeah, it's not going to be short again for sure. Martin to his left. Open look. Clark turning around. How did he thread the needle? That was DC.
That was very good post movement that time by Darian Clark. He showed a number of different moves. He called a three-piece and a biscuit he hit him with down there. He had so many moves.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Go back to this one, Darian Clark. I never had all these moves that Clark has down here on his post. Got a defender on him, so he spins away from the defense. Then shows the ball and then splits the two defenders and goes to the other side of the basket with it. Wonderful work by that young man. He's got his A-game tonight.
Cal, as Martin called for the foul. His second personal foul.
And GCU over the limit. San Diego State sitting on 16 fouls right now, so the Lopes will shoot the one-on-one on their next foul. Wow, a couple of white shirts very high up there. They were up about the 11-foot mark to get that rebound.
Frayer leaves for Russell. Back out Martin, top of the key, left, driving in Frayer. Pulls back, he looks for 3. And he connects!
Oh, the young freshman from Oakland, California, Oscar Frayer is showing out tonight. Step back three-pointers. 9-point advantage to GCU.
Just under 4 to go, opening half. Driving, Hemsley. Oh, stopped by Kerwin Smith.
You shall not pass.
Allen finally drives.
Well, you can see what the game plan for this Aztecs team is to drive that ball to the purple paint, throw it high up off the glass, and then try to go rebound it.
Frayer back out. Clark comes out. Martin. Ooh, no look. Got it to Russell. 8 on the shot clock. Loses the handle. Loose ball underneath Smith. 2-4 on the shot clock. 3 picked off though. And here come the Aztecs. That was sloppy. Hemsley driving on Martin. Oh my goodness.
Don't know if Martin could have played any better defense on that one. Hey, at what point in time are you not allowed to stand the ground? If the guy hits you right between the 4 and the 2, what else can you do?
Tough. His third personal foul. Jared Martin just trying to ride through this turbulent waters here in the last few games. 32-25. The Lopes on top of the Aztecs with 3:11 to go, opening half.
Hey Phoenix, it's Thunder Dan Marley, head coach at Grand Canyon University. Coming to GCU was a great move for me. Join Antelope Nation by enrolling as an evening student at our beautiful campus in the heart of Phoenix. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree to take your career to the next level. Engage with industry expert instructors in small classroom settings where you can get the support you need to excel. Scholarships available. See you on campus. Go Lopes.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/evening. Grand Canyon University's newly remodeled golf course is thriving in the heart of Phoenix, featuring over 7,200 yards of expansive tees and tree-lined fairways, signature par 3s, greenside bunkers, premium greens, and a brand new clubhouse and restaurant. Experience a University Championship golf course this summer with great rates as low as $15 available now. Book your tee times at gcugolf.com.
Welcome back. Another lively crowd on hand here at GCU Arena as the Lopes have the 7-point lead over the San Diego State Aztecs with just under 4 minutes to go in the first half. I'm Kate Longworth. Thanks for joining us for this broadcast on CW6. And everyone still talking about, well, the talk of the town, and that being Dwayne Russell after his 42-point performance against one of the best defenses in the country in Louisville on Saturday night. And Bob Valvano, younger brother to Jim Valvano, said that he's also color analyst for Louisville, and he said that was just a really good win, tweeting out that that's a very difficult place for a visitor. Dwayne Russell put on one of the greatest performances I've ever seen, and echoing Bob's thoughts was another guard who wears 0, Portland guard Damian Lillard said, a point guard from a Division I mid-major balling in a purple jersey wearing number 0. Sound familiar, and that one meaning a lot to Dwayne Russell because he looks up to Lillard wearing that number 0 jersey. So to hear his hero call him out for the game of his life, well, Scott, I can imagine you can see what that would mean to a young player.
Absolutely. I love that one by Lillard. He nice. Simply put.
He is nice.
Look at Jared Martin there tonight. He's got to get himself going offensively. It's a couple games now that he's kind of been stuck on that launch pad. He's got 3 minutes here if he can get back in his basketball game to try to get himself going before the end of the half. If not, at halftime, coaching staff needs to have a talk with him and say, hey, you got to go out there and be more aggressive.
Two big stats that are kind of a flip from the Louisville game. Points in the paint, favor of the Lopes 14-10. Bench points in favor of the Lopes 12-5. Fifi do bounce pass. Clark goes off his fingertips. Got to make him crisper than that. Traffic's pretty tight. Underneath, Allen lays it in.
Now you worked so hard for 17 minutes. Don't give them easy opportunities at the free throw line and layups down the stretch here. You've done such a great job defensively. Keep it on them.
Frayer pulls back, gives it to Russell and hit the floor. Kerwin Smith getting some extended minutes here in the opening half. Russell, Frayer pulls back. 3. Good! Oscar Frayer, the Slayer.
Frayer kind of shoots the 3 that you kind of go, no, 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 because he's kind of got no rhythm to it. He's dropped the ball. He's got the wrong pivot foot forward, and yet every time he shoots it, it seems like it magically finds its way to the bottom of the basket.
Allen looking inside. Smith doing a good job. Running Pope. Long range shot, heavy. Rebound easily into Russell's hands.
Good job defensively. Now that's the Lopes. What they wanted, they want the Aztecs to spire away from the outside where they're just 2 of 9 shooting rather than getting inside where they can do damage.
Smith helping out Russell, heavy on the shot, pulled down by Trey Cal.
Russell cooling off a bit here in the latter part of this first half.
Way out, Pope 3. Off the mark, rebound. Smith is there. How about Kerwin in this opening half?
Kerwin Smith's been fantastic. 3 of 3 shooting. That gives him 5 rebounds now. 2 of those on the offensive end. Got 7 points and 1 big block shot.
Waiting patiently, taking seconds, getting the signal from Coach Marley. Smith comes out, be careful. Russell to his right, back to his left, inside, up high. Oh! Whoa! That was up high, close to the rim. Long distance, not there.
Russell got absolutely hammered on that play and did not get the benefit of the official's whistle.
Pope leaves for Allen, moves to his right, leaves for Keller. Oh, look at Fifi, got a hand in there. Went off of Fifi, said the official timeout belongs to Fisher and San Diego State with 41.5 and 16 on the shot clock. How about Kerwin Smith as he earned his minutes here in the opening half? 7 points.
Coach Marley doesn't have many healthy bodies on that bench tonight, but Kerwin Smith is one of them who's been very active. I love that one right there is my favorite. As a young big, I really appreciate him keeping that basketball high, going back up with strength and power, and I love that when you come across, you help your teammate, you clean it up with a block shot that leads to a transition basket the opposite direction. Wonderful job by this young man, and I love the way he's doing it in an effective manner as he's 3 of 3 from the field, and he's doing a nice job too that doesn't show up on the stat sheet of setting those high pick and rolls for the guards to come off with good, clean looks.
Boy, did Kerwin Smith lead this game? 7 points, 5 boards, 12 minutes of action, opening half.
Yeah, he needed it right here for his heart and for his head, because the more opportunities he gets, the more confidence he gets, and the more success he has, the harder he seems like he plays.
9 on the shot clock, driving Cal. Fifi all over Trey Cal. Now to his left, pushes back out, open look. Short, and Duke, oh, be careful, he loses it. Gotta stay alert there on these rebounds.
He'll learn. Unless you can see 5 guys in front of you, you better realize when somebody circling behind. Lopes want to play for the, oh, no, wait. Coach Marley wants a timeout to draw it up.
A little delay on the timeout call. Marley's coming over to the officials. What does he need to do? Send a note? Or?
Yeah, maybe a text. I don't know if he's complaining that he didn't get the timeout in time that he wanted, or if he was concerned on a plug and play before when Russell was driving inside. It seemed like there was a lot of hand and arm fighting going on. Either way, Coach burned about half his timeout talking to the officials and not getting this play drawn up.
Fans, be sure to get your GCU men's basketball tickets right now. That's right, they're a hot ticket. They make great stocking stuffers, Scott. Season and single game tickets on sale. 5 more non-conference matchups right here in GCU Arena. Plus great WAC conference matchups. Utah Valley, New Mexico State, CLU, CSU Bakersfield, always tough. They're on the schedule. Reserve your tickets now by contacting the GCU box office at 602-639-8979 or by going on to lopestickets.com. Boy, tickets were hard to come by for that Louisville matchup. I heard of some of the resale values on some of those seats were pretty high.
Yeah, this place is sold out tonight, and my buddy Jimmy Bayless sitting down here to our left. He's got 3 of his buddies in with him today. My buddy Eric Hernandez, he called me at the last minute. He wanted to come over and watch the basketball game. I'm sorry. I said, sorry, Eric, I can't do nothing for you. This place is filled to capacity.
Frayer underneath, short. They belong to GCU.
Well, in GCU, 2.5 seconds to shoot. This is where the Lopes in the last couple seasons have been really good. Baseline out of bounds with the short clock to work with.
They definitely worked on this the other day in practice. Peel off, Clark. Short. And that's the buzzer, but the Lopes on top by 8. High up-tempo opening half, and they have looked sharp against San Diego State.
Well, San Diego State, the one that normally holds teams under 70 points per game, but tonight, Lopes doing a good job defensively.
Let's send it over to Kate Longworth.
All right, thank you. Well, Coach, you got the 8-point lead at the half. The team is shooting over 50%. What stands out to you with this first half, and what's working for that shooting?
Well, we're playing hard. We got to do a better job on our boards. Offensive rebound, we know they're crashing the boards. They're a very good, aggressive offensive rebounding team, and got to find a way to get bodies on guys, and got to stay out of foul trouble. We don't have a whole lot of people. We got guys sitting over here with 2 fouls. So love the way we're playing. We're aggressive. You got to give it to Dwayne. He's taking the shots. They're not falling right now, but they will. But the other guys are stepping up, so just got to find 20 more minutes.
Obviously, you don't want your starters in foul trouble and on that bench, but what about the bench production you're seeing tonight? Right now, you guys are out-benching them, winning that battle.
Kerwin's been unbelievable. He's been really good coming in, being physical, making some plays around the basket. PP made a shot. So that's good. That's what we're going to need.
All right, thank you very much. Coach Marley, some words of wisdom as he goes in and talks to his team once again with the lead over a top-tier program here at the half.
No doubt about it, Kate. Thank you, Coach Marley. No points in the last 2 minutes, 44 seconds for the Aztecs. They trail by 8 at the half. Kate will be back with more of our halftime festivities. Red Panda in the house for the crowd to enjoy here at GCU Arena.
company is Comfortpedic Inc. We're a local mattress company here. It's a small family business that my dad started. Now we are providing the dorm mattresses to the most recent dorms here at GCU. One of my professors, he was a professor for my junior year, Paul Waterman, he was the one that started everything. Without him, this wouldn't have been possible. I came up with a short presentation, a very quick business pitch. I presented Dr. Gibb with my company history, and he loved it. So first we started with the hotel mattresses. Brett Courtwhite was very helpful, and everything ran smoothly. From there, we began with the dorm mattresses. We asked them what exactly they were looking for in a dorm mattress, and that's when we started to come up with a prototype. We brought in one of the mattresses that GCU currently has. We opened it up. We saw where they needed improvement and what we could do best to maximize a better prototype. And we came up with the mattresses that we have now, and after that everything ran pretty smoothly, thankfully. You can see the community thriving along with GCU, and just the fact that GCU was willing to buy locally from a company that's only 10 minutes away, you can tell that they really want the community to grow with them. I'm very proud to say I'm a Lope, and I tell it to everyone, go to GCU, Lopes up. I'm very, very proud.
Welcome back. A live look inside GCU Arena, where the halftime entertainment is someone who has an international following. We're talking about the Red Panda. She, of course, performs with Disney at Epcot Center today, performing in front of this Lopes crowd as the Lopes have the 8-point lead over San Diego State here at the break. I'm Kate Longworth. Thank you so much for joining us for the Lopes halftime show here on the CW6. And I'm joined now by Joe Veras, who is the Executive Director of Strategic Educational Alliances here with GCU. And you do a very important program here involving the Learning Lounge and, of course, students inspiring students. Take me through first the programs that you're involved here with GCU.
All across the university, what I do is I look at all academic support for the students. That's university side, traditional students, online students, and high school students and elementary students in the community.
And Students Inspiring Students is a program where some older students, some students here at GCU, give back to the community. And tonight you guys had a big fundraiser. Walk me through that.
It was a great night. We thank everybody that came out. Mr. Mueller had a great vision about offering students a scholarship that needed some assistance financially but had great grades, highly involved in their school. And if they came to the Learning Lounge for 100 hours, they were awarded that scholarship.
And the Learning Lounge is a great area where students in local high schools here can come to the GCU campus, and students on campus who've also been through this program, they give back as tutors, as mentors. When you talk to those students, what is it like for them? They've gone through this program and now they give back to those who are also in the same position they were just a year or two ago.
This is their founding platform. They wanted, after they got the experience in working with the lead in our tutoring center, they wanted to give back, and they wanted to give back to their community. So this is something that they feel innately comfortable with doing, and they look forward to doing it.
And then on the other side of things, what does it mean for those high schoolers when college students are coming into their environment, welcoming here on a college campus? They get to see and feel what that is like, and then they also get help in someone investing in their future. Do you see that change their lives?
We have the best students in the world. Our students have this big heart to serve and support, and when they have these students come in, they build friendships, they're mentors, they build relationships, and they get to be with one another and learn from one another, and they have a lot in common.
For our students out there watching right now that attend high schools here in the Valley, how can they be a part of this program?
Be a partner with Grand Canyon University, have a 3.5 GPA, and put 100 hours in a Learning Lounge.
All right, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for all you do here on campus and for the future here at the campus. All right, well, this is Lopes Halftime Show, and it is quite the show with Red Panda in action here on the court. She's putting on a show at half, and in the first half, the Lopes put on the show. Right now, 35-27 over the Aztecs. Right after this, Barry and Scott back with highlights, score, and more from that first half.
GCU is the university that never sleeps, moving at the speed of light. And now GCU is leading in the area of computer science and IT. With over 200 university degree programs across 9 colleges on campus and online, join the most inventive concept in education today. Fast track options available with courses in cybersecurity, cloud computing, and systems architecture. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/IT. At GCU, earning your degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. To find your purpose, it takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience in delivering real-world degree programs online. GCU's online class size averages less than 17 students with full-time faculty and student advisors. Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Call us today at 855-428-7692.
Finding the right college isn't always simple. The choices I make today affect where I'll be tomorrow. That's why I chose Grand Canyon University. Here I'm working toward a greater purpose and a place that feels like home. With scholarships to help me earn my degree, I can graduate in less than 4 years. By attending GCU, Arizona's premier private Christian university, I know I'm not just making the right choice.
Welcome back to GC Arena. We are at halftime. Oh my, Red Panda just delivered 5. Just giving you a play-by-play of Red Panda at halftime. She just did 5 bowls on her head. Unbelievable. And 35-27. Sorry, I digress there, but Red Panda is extremely impressive. This is the great halftime shows, huh?
This is the place to be. It was not the action on the court, it's the halftime action. The Panda just did her thing.
So are the Lopes early on here. How about Kerwin Smith and the team responding after a 9-point loss, but albeit a tough one against Louisville?
You think they have an emotional hangover? You think they get the big head from all the national notoriety they've got? No. They came out here and knuckled in defensively and did a fantastic job holding that Aztec team to under 35% shooting. That's a Coach Fisher-led basketball club over there who got beat a year ago. You know they were ready to play, and the Lopes still put it on them.
Let's take a look at our Hyundai halftime highlights brought to you by Hyundai. Shop buyhyundai.com today.
Well, they had a miscommunication on that first play. Kell gets a steal, goes coast to coast for the easy 2, but the Lopes fought themselves back into it with good, crisp passing, playing together offensively. Clark was just a beast in that first half, but the guy from South Mountain, Z. Cheatham, was doing a number on the offensive glass, 10 O-boards in the first half for the Aztecs, but Russell in that first half was absolutely sensational offensively, knocking down the long ball there, and I love this one by Keontae Vernon, who's out there battling in addition, finds Fifi driving hard to the basket, and then out of the corner, no hesitation, Adu, one of the 3 3-point shots by the Lopes in that first half, and then Hemsley, wow. That one was deep. That was almost out in the parking garage. He knocked that one down, and then Kerwin Smith with those live legs, bang! Underneath, he goes back up nice and strong. But Allen was not going to be denied. He's got a nice deflection there and just takes this one all the way hard to the rack. And then the fearless freshman, Oscar Freire, who sometimes looks like he's not going to shoot, and then he decides, oh, what the heck, I got the ball, I might as well shoot it, cranks up the long ball. So nice job there by the Lopes team. I love this big stat right here, my favorite number on the whole page there, that 34.4% defensive field goal percentage.
3-point shooting, similar, rebounding, identical. The assists in favor of the Lopes and the bench points also in favor of GCU. We talk about Kerwin Smith, 7 points in the game, and how about Keontae Vernon with 4 assists?
Yeah, Keontae Vernon, he's added a number of things to his game. We highlighted that backdoor pass, but it's also not afraid to get that ball in that when they're trapping and putting the basketball on and in turn attacking the defense after they have an advantage. So it was a wonderful job playing in the middle for Coach Marley.
You know Steve Fisher will have his Aztecs ready to go at the opening tip of the second half. That's coming up. We'll have more of our halftime festivities from GCU Arena after we take this timeout.
At GCU, earning your degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. To find your purpose, it takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience in delivering real-world degree programs online. GCU's online class size averages less than 17 students with full-time faculty. Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Call us today at 855-428-7692.
There's a surge of excitement at GCU as the Lopes gear up for greatness. We do not accept defeat. We will not disappoint. We will not quit. We are the intensity brewing in the heart of Phoenix. We are the Lopes rising. Come watch us defend our house against Louisville, San Diego State, and rival New Mexico State. Catch all the family-friendly entertainment. Games will sell out. Get your basketball season tickets today at lopestickets.com.
I am Laura Lozoya, and I am majoring in biology with an emphasis in pre-med at Grand Canyon University. The dorm life at GCU definitely helped me build relationships, and I've made great friends on this campus. The quality education here is great. You're testing your limits, but you're going beyond them. It all comes together. The sciences, the ethics, and just everything. It's a beautiful thing.
Grand Canyon University, the quality of a private Christian education, the affordability of a state university. Visit gcu.edu.
Welcome back inside GCU Arena, where we have just under 2 minutes to go until tip-off for the second half, as the Lopes have the 35-27 lead over the San Diego Aztecs. And leading the way for the Lopes is, no drum roll needed here, it's Dwayne Russell, 9 points, following that 42-point performance Saturday against Louisville. We'll see what he can do in the second half. And coming off the bench, Kerwin Smith earning the praise of Dan Marley at the break with 7 points and 5 rebounds. Meanwhile, for the Aztecs, Kell and Allen leading the way, 7 points each. We'll be right back with more action coming your way. Second half begins right after this on the CW6.
Our company is Comfortpedic Inc. We're a local mattress company here. It's a small family business that my dad started. Now we are providing the dorm mattresses to the most recent dorms here at GCU. One of my professors, he was a professor for my junior year, Paul Waterman, he was the one that started everything. Without him, this wouldn't have been possible. I came up with a short presentation, a very quick business pitch. I presented Dr. Gibb with my company history, and he loved it. So first we started with the hotel mattresses. Brett Courtwhite was very helpful, and everything ran smoothly. From there, we began with the dorm mattresses. We asked them what exactly they were looking for in a dorm mattress, and that's when we started to come up with a prototype. We brought in one of the mattresses that GCU currently has. We opened it up. We saw where they needed improvement and what we could do best to maximize a better prototype. And we came up with the mattresses that we have now, and after that everything ran pretty smoothly, thankfully. You can see the community thriving along with GCU, and just the fact that GCU was willing to buy locally from a company that's only 10 minutes away, you can tell that they really want the community to grow with them. I'm very proud to say I'm a Lope, and I tell it to everyone, go to GCU, Lopes up. I'm very, very proud.
Welcome back to GCU Arena. The Lopes on top by 8. Barry Butel, Scott Williams, and Kate Longworth from Phoenix, Arizona, as the Lopes battle the Aztecs. There you see Josh Braun have the scope. Missed meniscus tear in his left knee. They told both of us before the game, 4 weeks.
Yeah, got a chance to talk to him. He's in good spirits and said he'll be back in about a month. I told him, I said, I want you back, but don't rush it, young man. You can come back when you're 100% healthy.
Yep, well, welcome him back with open arms.
Speaking of not rushing, did you notice that the Aztecs did not take the floor for the second half warm-ups until there was about 45 seconds left on the clock? You think Coach Fisher may have gotten into him a little longer than he normally does at the half?
He's still fired up. He's talking to the officials right now. Oh, my. They're definitely upset. Is there an issue with...
I don't know if he maybe thought halftime was longer than they thought. Oh, they're trying to figure out the possession arrow as to whose possession the basketball is. I'm pretty sure the officials have it right. We had one tie up in that first half, and
There you see Brian Dutcher spoke to Scott during our pregame. The head coach in waiting.
I don't think we had a tie-up. I think what happened the opening tip was Frere knocking it back so far it went out of bounds. So I think Coach Fisher wanted that as a possession/turnover, and that the Aztecs would have received the ball, but no, it was just them getting on the open possession.
Oh, Keontae is third. Yikes. That can't happen.
At some point in time for this young man, it's got to click that his value to the team is more important than picking up these ticky-tack fouls that he gets whistled for over and over again. I don't think Coach Marley agrees with that one, but you just can't set yourself in a position to get that foul less than a minute into this first half.
Cheatham up over the top of Clark, making a statement there early on second half.
Cheatham's a big, strong player.
Oh.
He did a nice, strong left shoulder turn and just threw a, right shoulder turn, put it right in the chest of Clark and threw a left hand hook right up over the top of him.
Yeah, Vernon had 16 points, 11 rebounds in the meeting and the victory last year at San Diego State. Dylan Smith had a promising opening half. That's a positive. Frere driving, right hand and in.
That was a wonderful drive by Frere. That offensive play looked horrendous for about 30 seconds until Frere just put the ball in his hands and took over.
Kell leaves for Allen, back to Kell, pulls back down, driving on Martin, pulls back. Floater, not there. Cheatham is there, muscles his way in, gets the hoop in the arm.
This kid just too big, too strong for the Lopes underneath. With the foul trouble, they're having to play a little softer, and you're gonna go soft against this guy, you're gonna get burned as he just ripped that ball right out of the hands of big, strong Darian Clark. Went back up with it. Well, you talked about letting his play speak for himself. In the early going in the second half, he certainly has let his play speak through a megaphone.
Kerwin Smith in for Keontae Vernon. Cheatham at the line.
Hey, did Vernon pick up a foul there on that play?
He's got four.
He got four. He picked up 2 fouls in a minute and 15 seconds.
Good grief. We'll have to probably ride Kerwin Smith here in the second half. And like I said, thankfully he had a promising opening half.
Yeah, promising opening half, but you got to worry about him nursing an ankle. I mean, you go out there and you play initially good, and then you wonder if that ankle stiffens up when you have to sit down at halftime.
Clark decides to shoot. Heavy on the shot. A little flat-footed. Look out, the Aztecs aren't going away. Here they come. Cal loses the ball.
Martin does a good job getting his body in front of players. Yeah, nice athletic hands, was able to knock that ball away. You got to worry about reaching, though.
Now Martin can't afford to pick up another foul himself. Pope. Bounce back. Cheatham. Smith on him. Moves down baseline. Smith and Cheatham. Smith's not backing down.
Couple guys playing hard, don't want to give it ends out there on the floor. There's no doubt that Smith fouled him, and Cheatham has to realize that. But Cheatham was trying to get to his position on the floor for this baseline out of bounds play, and Kerwin Smith was between him and the position he wanted to go, and he was going from A to B, and he was not going to reroute. You can see these guys just kind of going shoulder to shoulder. There's nothing wrong with that. Just a couple young men flexing their muscles underneath. Let them play basketball.
Technical on Cheatham. Smith called. Officials don't want to see that escalate. Hemsley. Tied by Frere. Cheatham comes out for support, then backs in. Hemsley to his left, around Frere, up underneath and in. Sweet move by Hemsley.
And all Aztecs on the early going here, they looking whatever talking to, and I use that
tongue lash.
Yeah, whatever the Coach Fisher gave them there at halftime, they're taking it to heart.
Also draws the foul. Bakari Allen.
as one more time here. He takes it, Hemsley takes it amongst the trees and got real tricky there and fooled the defenders by using his left hand, going up off the last one.
Russell got a nice roll after hitting the front of the rim.
See how he responds now that the Aztecs have made a little run, knowing that offensively he's going to be the one to provide the bulk of the points here in the second half. Can he respond after a slow finish to that first half?
Lopes push it back up to 5. They're led by 8 at the half. Hemsley lays it in for Pope. Inside underneath, Allen working up over Frayer, and he hits.
I don't know how many times a game that Frayer gets caught ball watching and then his guy steps right in front of him, 6 feet in front of the rim of the basket, and it makes it real tough for him to try to make an athletic play to defend that type of position.
Cheatham came out, blocked Russell underneath, floater, and in! Dwayne Russell!
Now you let Russell catch the ball on the left side of the floor, you better know he's going to get back to the right side. And I don't think there's anybody as good in the WAC, and certainly not the state of Arizona, at getting that ball in the hole when he's moving left to right.
13 for Dwayne Russell. Frayer with the rebound on the miss. Russell stops. Lost the foul. Pope. That was just patience and experience.
That is exactly the word that I would use, would be patience, because well, that was the play before. You guys got this, 30 feet from the left side to the right. And then this one here, I love the crossover between the two defenders. And see Cheatham flying out of the picture. And then you go back up, you get the body contact on the next man to come over and try to stop it.
How about Dwayne Russell stepping up after definitely the momentum had swayed back after the opening tip of the second half back to San Diego State. Russell has put a stop to it.
Wonderful job trying to stem the tide and going to the line and making a couple free throws, getting a basket there against some hard defense. And now this is where they got to tighten up. They got to stop the last time down. Can they put 2 or 3 stops together like they were able to do several times in the first half? Because this Aztec team is starting to find its groove offensively.
Cheatham driving baseline. Clark caught.
It doesn't matter who Cheatham sees in front of him. He's just going to use his strength. He is a strong young man, and he is flexing his muscles down low. I don't know. I mean, this GCU Lopes team has certainly played some strong competition in the early part of the season, young season, but Cheatham, he's putting a different look at anything that some of these post players for the Lopes have seen defensively. He's kind of just playing more like a bull in a china shop type game where he's just going to take it hard and try to wreck anything that's in front of him.
3 of 4 at the free throw line for Cheatham. Connects again. 10 points for the South Mountain High School grad here in Phoenix. Russell. Pope and Kell moving up, gets it over to Kerwin Smith.
Darren Clark took that ball a little further than they would have liked into that double team, and they swallowed him up, were able to tie him up. Possession arrow now favoring the Aztecs. Let's see if he gets whacked on this one there. Certainly a lot of arms and hands around his arms and hands. I don't know if he got enough contact to call it a foul.
Air ball on the 3 attempt. Smith was late to get over there to contest it. Russell stops, pops at the top of the key, draws the foul.
Yeah, he's going to stop and pop at that free throw line as often as he possibly can. And that time he's able to use it, playing him to take away a strong right hand drive, and he's getting real good, crafty at getting to his left with that crossover dribble, getting that contact. And speaking of contact, I think it's Darian Clark looking for a contact out there on the floor. I think he's got it in his left hand.
Make his way over to the trainer's table. There it is.
Yeah, he's got his, looks like he's got his left thumb.
Oh, there you go, look at that.
That looks like a hard contact. That's a monster type contact right there, wouldn't it? Looks like one of those things that you get in a bubblegum style machine. You get the little plastic balls that you wrap the toys in when you were a kid. size of eyeballs does this kid got?
Very descriptive on the contact lens. Is this crew? Does anything get past this crew?
That's why you call it color ambulance. I
cannot
gotta add
hide.
some color to it.
They're essentially saying it was like bubble wrap. Is that?
I don't know. That's not so much bubble wrap. It's that little plastic, ball that you get it in. It always comes in 2 pieces. Like half of the 2 pieces that you get in a little rubber toy.
Wow! Hemsley again, long distance.
Well,
3-point game.
They finally got knocked one down from behind the arc. They were just 2 of 10 from behind the arc before they got that one to drop.
Oh, Russell, turnover.
Rare turnover by Russell.
Cheatham stepping up.
I'll let him shoot it.
Look out, Kel. Rings out. Smith.
Kerwin Smith doing a good job on the glass. Get that young man now 5 rebounds.
Russell driving in.
Correction, Kerwin Smith with 6 rebounds. Don't want to short it.
Cheatham picks up his 3rd personal foul.
This has got that feel. It's going to go right down to the wire. It's a bit of runs here. Aztecs early, then the Lopes came back, and now the Aztecs seem like they've regained their footing.
Kate is with a familiar face here to the Valley.
Yeah, really, does he need an introduction? Probably not, but just in case, I am joined by legendary coach Bill Frieder. Thank you so much for being here. And you have a history in Michigan that goes back with both these coaches. Steve Fisher was, of course, your head assistant, and you watched Dan play in high school. What's it like to see them matching up tonight?
Well, it's really something, and you knew when you met them that they both were going to be successful. Of course, Fisher and I are great friends, like family. I met him in '75, and he coached 7 years with me at Michigan. Has done an outstanding job. Charlie, to see what he's done as a high school player, then in the Suns, and now to come over here and take an obscure program and put it on the national map is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, what was Dan the Man like in high school? Was he, could you tell he was going to be a special player then?
Marley was just like he is now. Toughness, passion, physical, and that's the way he coaches, and that's the way his team plays. That's his personality out on the floor.
And no doubt he was picking up pointers for you. You were, of course, with ASU in the 90s. When you look back to be with that program then and what GCU was then, are you blown away by what it is on a night like tonight?
Well, it's an amazing accomplishment, but when Jerry Colangelo's involved, it usually turns out to work out real well.
Spoken like a man who knows his sports in this area, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He knows his basketball.
I love Coach Fisher.
Fisher,
it's got a special. Coach Frieder. I'm sorry. I almost fell in a hole back here behind the scorer's table. Got me all out of whack now. Oh, man down. The analyst went down. I got enough injuries around here. They don't need me getting hurt.
See Jerry Colangelo in the house.
Godfather of Phoenix sports.
Russell pulls down, pushes back out. Fifi Adu. 3-point Lopes lead. Adu takes it into the paint. Up off the glass and in. Out back the hop.
Tell you what, using that athletic step, that Euro step he learned overseas, and then the body control, the long arm finish over the top of the defense. Wonderful job by Adu.
Strigley to his left. Kel inside. Cheatham. Martin's on him. Pulls back out front. Martin got a hand on it. Oh. 4 on Martin.
4 on Vernon, now 4 on Martin. And then look at this long time by Fifi there with that Euro step to perfection there. Got a little body contact on it, absorbed it, and still finished the play. Good concentration. Martin's going to have to go out of this one. They're going to miss him defensively.
Vernon and Martin between them 2 points. Martin doesn't have any. And we are up by 5 points. Darian Clark back in the game after putting his contact back in. Do see that left thumb wrapped up for Darian Clark.
They get into a battle with Cheatham underneath here. you're going to come out a little banged up, and certainly the way these guys have been battling tonight, they're all going to need ice baths at the end of this one.
Cheatham's like a linebacker, man. They're going to feel it. Missed. Rebound picked up Pope. Back out Hemsley. Aztecs have been very active under the glass. 12 offensive rebounds for the Aztecs. Pope underneath, puts it back with his right hand by Clark.
That was a nice drive by Pope that time, utilizing a quick step to the baseline. Someone's going to have to help out Russell.
Yep. Looking for some help, lays it up. Able to find Oscar Freyer. Whoa, got something out of nothing.
I just saw a blur of a 4 in a white jersey going to the basket, and he gets back in transition and denies the Aztec layup.
Whoa, and then at pace. Russell, stop. Oh, Quigley's caught again.
It must be so frustrating to try to guard a player like Russell, who's so quick with the ball and off the dribble, yet so crafty at the end of the plays. And then you can see this one here again. You got Fifi and Frere, the two young freshman duo, protecting the basket. Led to the break where Russell got fouled and went to the free throw line, and he got the first.
7 of 9 from the free throw line is Dwayne Russell, who's really been the answer here in the second half.
He doesn't have the impressive field goal numbers that he had on Saturday night against the Lou, but he's doing a nice job getting that body contact and getting to the line and knocking down these free throws.
Can't overlook Oscar Freyer, 10 points, 4 boards. 6-point Lopes lead. Just under 14 to go, second half. Cal to his right, driving. Looking for some help. Swarm pushed back out. Freyer picked it off. Kept it in, but nobody to go to. Marley gave him a tap. Good hustle by Oscar Freyer.
They didn't reset that shot clock. Oh, they did late. There was only 8 seconds to shoot, and Coach Fisher was like up in arms saying, hey, that was possession there by the Lopes player. That should have been a reset of the shot clock. And by the time I think the shot clock operator realized it, officials had stopped play. Looks like they're going to take 4 seconds off the clock, give them 26 seconds to shoot.
13:34 to go.
That was the right call. Because Frere definitely had 2 hands on that ball when he was trying to save it back in.
Aztecs definitely shooting better here in the second. 34% in the opening half, 56% in the second. Cal. Back out Allen. Quickly to his left. Hutzel. Clark got a fingertip on that. Fifi Adu picked it up.
Great defense closeout.
Freyer for 3.
Coach Marley gave him 5 as he ran down the bench. This young freshman came to play. Coach Fisher's got the same look that Rick Pitino had on his face Saturday night, like he cannot believe what he's seeing.
Underneath, high off the glass, doesn't fall, loose ball, Russell. Freyer was there for support. Russell stops, pops, top of the key, and good. Oh my!
Coach Fisher needs a timeout. Yeah, this place is going crazy. This Lopes team is on fire. Coach Fisher takes the timeout.
7-0 run for Grand Canyon University. 55-44.
There's one here by the young freshman behind the line. Look at Coach Marley reach out, slap him 5, and then Dwayne Russell going back to that free throw line spot on the floor that he's loved so much. He must shoot hundreds of shots from the free throw line. Coach Marley cheering his team on.
Freyer 3 for 5, up 5 from the arc. 13 points. You see Russell right there, 20 points. 5 assists. Looked like the Aztecs were going to punch him in the mouth here in the opening of the second half. Cheatham has been a wrecking crew. Hemsley's been lethal from long distance. They are still very powerful on the glass We shall see. This one's going to go down to the wire, no doubt. Let's send it over to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, we're certainly seeing the effect a crowd can have on a game as well. I'm standing over here by the San Diego State bench, and you can see, especially that first half, this crowd got into the players' head. They're a little rattled, and you actually see some of the bench players getting caught up in these cheers on the side. Tonight, another sellout crowd. And you look at the attendance right now, GCU averaging 6,900 fans per game so far to start the season. And you see in that exhibition game, 6,000. By the time Coppin State came to town, 7,258 fans in attendance. And that Louisville game, an absolute amazing record with 7,493. It was standing room only, but the fans did not mind at all when they're watching a game like that. Now, just to put this in perspective, again, I said the average is 6,900 in these few sample size games so far this season. Well, the next highest in the WAC is New Mexico State. They average 4,100. So you can see exactly what's happening here with this basketball. Rick Pitino commenting on that. And if you remember, guys, he said he goes to Duke and Kentucky regularly, and this crowd blowing them out of the water. Kentucky, oh, by the way, leads the nation in all of attendance for NCAA play, which 23,721 per game. But they're not as loud as the Havocs. After all, that's what Pitino said.
Yeah, Rick Pitino had plenty of nice things to say about the environment. GCU shooting 86% in the second half.
They're just running hot. They get a valley fever right now. Their team's so hot.
What do you do? Best stat man in the business, Jared Gunnix. The Aztecs put one in off the glass.
Who else but Cheatham? This guy, he got the party started for the Aztecs here early in the second half. They decided they needed a bucket in the worst way. They went right back into the big fella and let him do some damage.
Good job by Fisher to pluck him out of the valley and bring him to San Diego State. Russell stops, pops, looking for more. Clark.
Well, Clark's a little surprised because they have been letting them absolutely battle underneath, and that's going to be the 7th team foul on the Lopes, and they're going to go to the line and shoot some free throws.
11:58 on the clock, timeout on the floor, 55-46. The Lopes on top of the Aztecs. Leave it right here.
Founded on the belief that the entrepreneurial dream is an engine that drives innovation forward in a global marketplace, the Colangelo College of Business educates and develops values-driven business leaders. Our graduates exemplify the principles of servant leadership and entrepreneurship. GCU's strong Christian identity informs the education you receive, integrating our Christian values with the business curriculum. The college features more than 25 programs from the bachelor through the master's level, catering to traditional, evening, and online students. These programs serve a diverse set of aspiring business professionals who not only learn in the classroom, but gain real-world experience operating actual businesses. Our students also receive unique access to Jerry Colangelo's legendary experience, leadership, and connections throughout the business world. Find out more at gcu.edu/business.
Welcome back. Just under 12 to play in the second half. You're watching GCU basketball on the CW. Lopes up 55-46, in part to the guy at the top of this list. That's right, Dwayne Russell leading the way when it comes to scoring for the WAC. He's averaging 27.8 points per game. He seems like he's on pace for that tonight right now. 20 points, 5 assists to his name. This, of course, coming off that 42-point performance on Saturday. And you see where he matches up in the WAC conference, but after tonight, Russell will be eligible to factor into the national comparisons. Of course, he had to sit out those first couple games. So now he will have enough games under belt to register, and these 20 points plus should put him in line for second in the nation, guys.
Amazing, really, truly is.
It's what he has done for this Lopes team has been truly amazing. He's scored in a variety of different ways. And not the best three-point shooter yet, has found ways to get clean looks at three-point shots. He got him to go. And Cheatham fouled underneath, got to the line. He's just talking about another guy who's having one heck of a game. Cheatham has got now 13 points, looking for 14 to go along with 5 boards. 5 of 6 from the free throw line.
Sure, he has some friends and family in attendance. Six of 7 from the free throw line is Cheatham.
Gotta get it over.
Get it over, Fifi.
Well, that's a tough one there. You got a first time that they've really been affected by that full court pressure of the Aztecs. They've done a nice job in the past of getting the guy to the middle and then looking opposite wing and advancing the ball, but unsuccessful that time.
Wrigley leaves for Allen. Near side, look out, he is lethal. Jeremy Hemsley, three-pointer. Three of 4 from the arc. 7-0 run for San Diego State. Lead is down to 4.
Shot, couple free throws, and put them on the line from 90 feet away. That's what happens.
Russell heavy, pulled down by Shrigley. Leaves for Hemsley. Timeout fortuitous for Fisher and the Aztecs. Foul called underneath. Look out. Zindu.
Wonder if the Lopes are getting a little tired here. It seemed like that timeout has energized the Aztecs, and now all of a sudden the Lopes have been caught flat-footed after building up that nice large double-digit lead. But all Aztecs, as they've come out and hammering them inside and free throw line and from behind the arc.
Kerwin Smith called. 55-52 is Undu. Player fouled by Allen. Fisher. Wow. His face is on fire.
Coach Fisher not happy about that, but he should be more upset with his own player coming in there and undercutting Frere as he went for that rebound, and that's going to send Frere to the line. He's even done a nice job of getting some defensive stops, putting their press on and creating some turnovers, and now all of a sudden you're in the 1-on-1, sending Oscar Frere to the free throw line.
Allen's got 4 now. Obviously that's what upset Fisher. Trey Keller is at the scorer's table. In for Allen.
Freshman, that's about the only mistake he's made tonight, is that free throw, that front of the 1-on-1 free throw miss there. Other than that, he's been absolutely superb.
8-point run here for the Aztecs. Near side, Hemsley, look out. Pushing back, on a do. Looks for 3. Oh my goodness. How about Hemsley?
What a run here by the Aztecs. A quick 11-0 run. Now we're tied up at 55. Well, it's been a game of spurts here in the second half, and the Aztecs are enjoying their spurt. Now can Dwayne Russell and the Lopes respond like they did earlier?
Russell. Looking to move. Wanted the timeout call, they got it.
Well, I think what the officials are going to say is they call a jump ball before the timeout, which might even be better for the Lopes because it was their ball anyway. They can save that timeout, which I think they're going to need some of these timeouts down the stretch to be able to execute, because this is going to be a wire job if this ebb and flow continues for the next 10 minutes and 3 seconds.
Player to inbound, Russell. 10, 9 on the shot clock. You have to make a move. Leaves it underneath. Kerwin Smith!
I don't know how he saw Kerwin Smith. He had 2 black jerseys around him the entire time. Somehow had the amazing court vision to see Smith streaking just to his left.
Smith stepping in where Keontae Vernon usually. There's that.
Well, the officials, after kind of a physical first half, have certainly letting them play in the first half. A call a little closer here in the second half, but nice job by Kerwin Smith following his man who went to double team Russell to the basket. Does a good job finishing nice and hard at the basket. And
second personal foul on Fifi Adu.
I remember a couple of years ago in his freshman year, he would try to finish a lot of these plays off glass, whereas now he's got the confidence and the strength to go and finish them with two hands over the top.
Hemsley with 16 is 4 of 5 from the arc. Russell behind the back, goes right, goes up high, swatted away by Azundu.
That's where the shorter size for Russell comes into play.
Long shot attempt by Shrigley, falls short and into the hands of Darian Clark. 57. Knotted up. Russell stops, pops at the key, draws the foul on Hemsley.
Go back to that last play when Russell got that shot blocked. If Clark can find that short area right outside the key, it kind of gives Russell an opportunity to slip him that basketball, much like he did the play to to Kerwin Smith before. Then with one power dribble, Clark would be able to get back to the basket, but they got too congested down there. Then the little Russell had to try to flip that up over the defender where he got blocked, but he comes right back out. The next time down with no fair, gets that body contact and goes back to the line. It's been wonderfully successful from the line tonight.
Russell 9 of 11. Oop. Yikes. Should have waited.
I do it every game.
Hemsley has 4 3-pointers. The team has 5. Better get out and contest that 3-pointer. Loose ball. Cheatham. Timeout. .8:55 on the clock. Loose ball. Hemsley's been on fire. 16 points, as I mentioned, 4 of 5 from the arc.
Yeah, and he's got wheels to be able to put the ball on the floor when he needs to. If the defense comes out on him, he takes it to the rack. If they sag off, he knocks down the outside shot. If they don't have a hand up, well, he teaches them a lesson why they should. He shoots it right up over the top of the defense. Short shot clock, and you know you've got a shooter on him. You've got to run him off that 3-point line. Hemsley, wonderful job tonight. He's been the red-hot 3-point shooter for this club, where the other players on his team haven't been able to make shots from out there. Then he's been able to knock them down.
1 turnover in 26 minutes. He's right there at his season average. Came in 16.5 points per game. Bench scoring was an issue for GCU tonight. Smith and Adu, 7 of 9 with 16 points and 9 rebounds. They've had to step up. Martin and Vernon have been silent. Hemsley again. Oh my goodness. You've got to get out and contest.
Yeah. Well,
the guy is just not missing.
There's a saying in the NBA, hand down, man down. And Hemsley's not only knocking down the 3-point shots, he's knocking down this deficit. Now the Aztecs actually with a 2-point advantage now.
And Adu over 3. Yeah, the Aztecs haven't led till 11:30 of the opening half. Back up by the Lopes by 1. Fifi is just a quiet, lethal player.
Yes, he is now. He's in double figures. He's got himself 10 points, a couple 3-point bombs tonight.
Hemsley again. Oh, goodness gracious.
They're going to have to try a different way to defend that post. They got a Adu running down, leaving Hemsley out there on that 3-point line, and he's not able to recover in time to contest a shot.
Looking for 3. And he does it! Fifi!
Got a little brother-in-law basketball going on between Hemsley and Adu. Maybe they worked something out before the game or on Twitter, so I'll let you shoot threes if you let me shoot threes.
That. Yeah. Just depends on who gets the last three. Cheatham getting swarmed. Busts through it. Oh, Hemsley's all alone patiently.
Well, there was an old defense called the box and one, where you have four guys on the corners of the paint and one guy just guards one player, and they have to go to that because Hemsley is red hot.
Boy, he caught a break on that. Tipped right out of the hand of Lopes and into Kerwin Smith's hand. 13. Russell looking to move. Stop. Pops. Up high. Rebound. Tried to push it back. Cheatham pulled it down.
I think you got Smith and Frere both trying to tip that ball at the same time. Neither one of them was able to control it into the basket. Important stop here for this Lopes team. Find Hemsley.
Find him. Frere's on him now. Cheatham trying to back in. Works down baseline. Pulls back out on Vernon. Trying to lay it in. Looking for his own rebound. Draws the foul.
Well, tough matchup for Vernon and Smith and Clark underneath has been Cheatham tonight. Variety of post moves and strength underneath.
Keontae Vernon will foul out with 5 personal fouls. 6:25 on the clock. There is a timeout on the floor. 66-64. Here's the score with the Aztecs back on top. They haven't been on top. As I mentioned, they were hit that briefly before the Fifi Adu shot. Barry Vitale, Scott Williams, so glad you could join us in this nail biter down to the finish. Other players have had to step up, and Fifi Adu is one of those guys that silently is putting on some points.
Yeah, he's getting up a little bit of a shaky start earlier in the season, but coming on lately, had those 5 big points off the bench against Louisville's giving him some confidence tonight because showing no hesitation on the way that he's performed. I love this one in transition there, using his wheels, but it's really been his ability to find spots on the floor where he's very comfortable shooting the long ball and making these Aztec defenders try to find him where he's on the floor. Once you get guys backing up off you, you got to go on roller skates. That one, nobody within 8 feet of him. Giving any guy opportunity that much time and a clean look, he's going to knock it down. So wonderful job realizing they're without Josh Braun and Matt Jackson, some of their other outside shooters. He's picking up the slack.
66-64. Hemsley, 22 points in the game, all in the second half for Hemsley. Unbelievable. 22 of his 25 in the second half.
Well,
talk about answering the bell. Fisher brought his team out late.
Brought his team out late. They had almost no time to warm up. I think I saw maybe 5 shots go up at that San Diego State basket. He only came back out with 45 seconds on the clock, but whatever message that he sent Hemsley was received because he's been the guy here in the second half that has not been afraid to take the big shot, especially when a team is trailing. It's easy to take a shot when your team's up 11, but when your team's down 11, you come out firing. That shows a lot of moxie and confidence.
The Aztecs 0-2 on the road, and historically a great road team, the highest road winning percentages since the beginning of the 2010-11 season. They rank right behind Wichita State, Gonzaga, 49-22. That's a 69% winning percentage on the road.
Yeah, that's an amazing statistic that you just gave out. They've been so strong on the road Warriors. This kid Cheatham's also been very strong tonight, knocking in 8 of 9 free throws. He's got 16 points in this basketball game to go along with 9 rebounds. He's looking at having himself a 2010 type game tonight.
Martin in the game, he's got 4. I want to remind viewers to stay tuned immediately following game for CW6 mid-season finales of Arrow and Frequency. Aztecs will inbound. Cheatham.
Fair King up limping a little bit after they tried the high handoff there. Russell to Frere, and Frere was reaching down the lower part of his body, looked like down towards his ankles.
4-point San Diego State lead. Cheatham back in it. Clark goes right, doesn't fall. Smith with a rebound. 5:45 and counting in the second half. Russell moves to his right. Zundu came back, leaves it for Hemsley. To his right, stopping and popping, dropping out. Zundu. Oh, Clark.
That was a tough look that time for Russell. He likes to get that ball, pull up to his right, but boy, he had a long, strong defender on him. Wasn't able to get a clean look at the basket. Then Clark reached in on that off to that rebound there and to send Zindu down here to the free throw line. Aztecs seems like they've been living at the line here in the second half.
Doesn't drop for Zundu. Houston, Texas, by way of Washington State. Tatum tried to knock that rebound back.
How did he get in there? He just muscled his way inside there to get his mitt on that ball.
Right, baseline, up high. Battles his way. Oh, it doesn't go. Clark's there. Put back and in.
Nice job working the weak side. Forward was Darian Clark. I love the fact that even with those long bodies around him, he took his time to go up smartly with the basketball. 2-point disadvantage Lope, 5 minutes to play.
2-point Aztec lead. Under 5 to go. Cal. High rebound.
They're going to get Clark again. He's trying to box out Cheatham. Cheatham had some really good position in that painted area with those live legs and that strength. We're going to again one more time. You see Cheatham just works to the weak side, from the weak side to the strong side. That ball came back the same way, and Clark was at a huge disadvantage as they got tangled up underneath.
4 on Clark.
We got to play without fouling. That's been a tough thing for this Lopes team to do here in the second half. Aztecs putting a lot of pressure on them at that end.
Oh, active on the rebound. Cal.
They almost got the last one. They did get this one.
Patiently is Hemsley. 15 on the shot clock. Look at the offensive rebound. Huge story tonight. 16-8 in favor of San Diego State. Cal driving. Loose ball.
Well, you had Martin and Russell that time kind of hanging back. Well, you got these big bodies of San Diego State. It's got to be 5 guys getting into that paint when that shot's taken.
Hemsley, right. Driving, paint, underhand, and it falls.
He's not knocking down the threes. He's taking it inside. I think Russell's getting tired. This full court press is taking its toll on Russell trying to get this ball over. Got 3 seconds to get it over, and they do.
Season high 27 for Hemsley. Russell. Freyer. 3-point attempt. Good! Oscar Freyer answering the call.
A wonderful misdirection. They used that several times on Saturday night. Freyer was able to knock a couple down that game and ran the same play tonight when they needed a big bucket.
Freyer with 4 threes. Clark picked it off. The attempt into Cheatham. Russell on the run. Freyer all alone. Toes at the 3. Off the mark. Rebound. Clark turning. Pushed back out. Why not try it again? And he connects! Oscar Freyer!
Wonderful job by Clark. 2 big offensive rebounds. One for a putback. That one smartly finds the hot shooter on the outside. Freyer knocks down another 3-point shot. GCU's got the lead.
Picked off Jared Martin. Put back it in. Lopes on top. Lopes on top.
Well, we talked, it's been a streaky game. Aztecs had their 11-0 run, and now the Lopes have an 8-0 run. And this place is going crazy again. Coach Fisher's team not able to get in their set. He takes the timeout.
Havoc's trying to will this team on to victory. GCU on top after an 8-0 run.
in just under 1 minute and 54 seconds. You will not want to touch the dial. The Lopes up by 3 over the Aztecs. Woo!
There's a surge of excitement at GCU as the Lopes gear up for greatness. We do not accept defeat. We will not disappoint. We will not quit. We are the intensity brewing in the heart of Phoenix. We are the Lopes rising. Come watch us defend our house against Louisville, San Diego State, and rival New Mexico State. Catch all the family-friendly entertainment. Games will sell out. Get your basketball season tickets today at lopestickets.com.
At GCU, earning your degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. To find your purpose, it takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience in delivering real-world degree programs online. GCU's online class size averages less than 17 students with full-time faculty. Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Call us today at 855-428-7692.
Grand Canyon men's basketball is brought to you in part by your Valley Hyundai dealers. For a limited time, every day is Black Friday. Shop by Hyundai.com today. And by Canyon State Credit Union, committed to you. 8-0 run for GCU. How about a couple of three-pointers? Pointers by Oscar Freyer.
Well, you gotta love the moxie of this young man. He's fearless when it comes to taking the big shot. He just missed one in the corner. You'd think he'd be shy about taking the next one, but after Clark got that offensive rebound, he had the moxie to take another one and knocked it back in. Freier's been fantastic, and then the steals leader in the Western Athletic Conference with a timely one goes coast to coast.
Cheatham has muscled his way. Smith got a hand on it. Loose ball underneath Azundo. Try to put it back to Allen. He's on the floor with 4.
Don't let him shoot it.
Look out. Get in his face. Here at GCU.
Way up. Don't let him tile with a 3 here.
Azundo. Freyer call. Third on Freyer.
I think it was the right call by the officials. There was some body contact. And to Freier's defense, you do not want Hemsley shooting a 3-point shot. So what you do is you run him off that line, but I wonder if Dwayne Russell's not had similar amount of contact when he's come off of high screens as well. The officials have definitely called the second half tighter than they did the first half, and especially even tighter after Kerwin Smith got into it underneath with Cheatham.
Freyer with 19 points. The freshman from Oakland, California, Moreau Catholic. GCU women's basketball in action. Trent May and his squad taking on the tough Cal Poly Mustang squad from the Big West Conference this Saturday here at GCU Arena. Mustangs led by 6'3" post Hannah Gilbert, who is averaging over 16 points per game and almost 8 rebounds. The Lopes continue to be led by WAC Player of the Week, Marina Laramie. Scored 20 or more points 5 times already this season. Come out and support the Lopes this Saturday, 1 p.m. tip-off. We want to remind viewers watching here in the Phoenix area on CW6 mid-season finales of Arrow and Frequency will be coming up immediately after the game.
Don't want to miss that. Certainly don't want to miss Dwayne Russell. He's been absolutely fantastic once again tonight with 21 points, and he's got 9 assists in his basketball game as too, Barry, and he's got 37 minutes tonight. Been on the floor the entire time, and he's been pressured in the backcourt, in the front court, taking on single and double teams. Now Hemsley's been the hot guy here for Coach Fisher in the second half. All of his points coming in the second half, none bigger than the 2 free throws he's about to shoot right now.
GCU's bench outscoring the Aztecs bench 22-6. Hemsley, look at his point total, a season high 27. Has hit 7 threes.
We talked about his ball handling. We didn't talk about his scoring ability to be able to knock down the 3-point shots. He had only had 2 turnovers in his last 4 games. We highlighted that. Seemed a bit accurate in the first half, but boy, I fell asleep on the ability of this guy to be able to knock down the outside shot. You get 1 or 2 there.
Yep. 2-point game. Inbound. Russell. Hemsley's right on him. Cheatham coming up too. Just through it. Smith. Frayer. 2 guys that have definitely stepped up tonight. Russell stopping. Has a little bit of an open look. Oh, it's heavy. Zundu with the rebound.
That's the shot he wants, but like I say, a lot of minutes on those legs. He's not shooting it as good, just 6 of 18 from the field tonight.
Hemsley on Martin. He'll drive. Looking to push back out. Up high to Cal. Good Fiadu out there. Cheatham comes out. Screen up Cal. Looks for 3. Up high. Rebound. Push back. Nice work by Russell to push it back into Frayer.
Did you see little Russell on that box out? He said, I might not get it, but my guy's not going to get it either. Tipped it back underneath to his wing, and Coach Marley gets a timeout and draw up a very important play with a 2-point lead in 1:24 on the clock.
That was a very understated plays. Laughing about it, Darian Clark came out and congratulated him on that one. How about the NCAA rankings? New #1 this week, Villanova, Duke. First 2 weeks, Kentucky lost to UCLA last week. UCLA jumped up 2nd from 11 after the win at Kentucky. Your UNC Tar Heels dropping to 7th after the loss at Indiana.
Come on.
Louisville goes to 11th from 14th after their win here at GCU. And Arizona drops to 20th after the loss to #8 Gonzaga. Lopes taking on the Wildcats down at Tucson next week.
See, Louisville moved up 2 spots after the big win over GCU. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. How about Tar Heels dropping from 3 to 7 after a really bad loss at Indiana, where they got absolutely outplayed and thumped. Gonzaga they're playing well this year. They're ranked high once again. They got a big win, wouldn't you say, down in Arizona last week? They got a huge win. And this is going to be a huge moment right here. This is where the Lopes the last 3 years have been really good, taking this ball from out of bounds and getting a good look at a shot. They'd love to get a good look and have one drop here.
Inbound to Kerwin Smith. Leaves for Russell, does Fifi Adu. 15 on the shot clock. Back to Fifi. Pushed out by Cal. Top of the key. To his left. Back to his right. Looks for Frayer. Tried to free him up, but Allen is right on him with 4 personal fouls. Frayer trying to get free. Baseline drive. Swarmed underneath by a sea of black. Look out.
The referees are letting them play on that possession. Got to get back in transition now. Build your defense out. Solid possession defensively here. It could be a big stop.
You don't want it in his hands. Look out. Hemsley. On his knees, still dribbling. Like a member of the Harlem Globetrotters. Loose ball, Cal, Frayer. Up, off the glass. No call. Cheatham. Oh my goodness.
Freshman could have backed that one out with a 2-point advantage. Could have taken some valuable ticks off that clock.
Hemsley.
Only a 6-point differential shot in game clock. Almost could have iced the game.
Better be on him. Look out. Fifi Adu driving to his right. Underneath. Ball is loose. Underneath. Azundu. Fifi got a hand on it. Turnover. Turnover. Martin on the run.
Well, it was helter-skelter, but a lot of white jerseys swarmed the basketball underneath. Give that freshman Fifi Adu a lot of credit for staying in front of the ball handler here. He's in front of Hemsley and Johnny on the spot. Jared Martin's just the smartest basketball player on the floor and the right place defensively. Gave up his body. Hemsley had no place to go with it. Now Martin, who has done absolutely nothing offensively the last 2 ball games, with perhaps the 2 biggest free throws of the game.
No pressure. Doesn't go. Trey Kell called for his 3rd personal foul. Hemsley. 7-6. Loose ball. Martin did the job defensively. Martin picked it off. Layup. Fifi Adu. Fifi Adu. Jared Martin silent with the point.
job defensively. Dude's a straight assassin. Misses the free throw, doesn't hang his head, comes back, gets the defensive poke away, and the steal, and then he jumped up on the scorer's table.
I thought he was going to jump on a 76-72. Lumps win. Lumps win.
Pay up, Eric Hernandez. Had a nice little bend, but Lumps for coming here short-handedly and steal this basketball the game away. It wasn't pretty at all points, but it was certainly an impressive way they competed.
Kate with Dan Marley.
Well, Coach, take it in. A big victory. What's going through your mind tonight?
Just so proud of our guys. Just battled, you know. Not a lot of guys out there, and they just played really hard. Every one of them. You know, Oscar, Fifi, freshmen who came in and just played their hearts out. Our big guys battled. Kerwin, who hasn't played, did a great job. Everybody, I mean, that's a huge win for us coming off the Louisville game. And that's a great team. Coach Fisher is an unbelievable coach. Great person. Can't thank him enough for giving us the opportunity to play them here on campus. It means the world to me, and just tells me what a great coach he is and what a great program.
Early in the season, you told me, especially some of those younger guys, were struggling with their confidence. What has been the game changer when it comes to that? Because tonight, not afraid to take the shot, not afraid to get a body on the ball.
Just playing time, getting used to it. I mean, we're talking about kids who, one from Finland and another one that played high school basketball and is coming out here and just learning on the fly, and they work hard every day. And I'm proud of them. They stuck with it, and it was just a totally team effort. Coach and staff, great crowd, unbelievable.
The team is in its final year of transition to the Division I play, but when you've had back-to-back games like this and getting national notoriety, what's it mean to the program?
It means everything. I mean, everybody here has worked so hard. We just got to keep it rolling. You know, keep telling people how special this place is, and it really is. So these wins and this win means a lot to us, but you know, we just got to keep the momentum. We started it last year, and we had some injury problems here, but we're really playing hard.
Congratulations. Go enjoy it with your team. As Dan Marley said, something special happening, and guys, if you're in this arena, you certainly feel it.
No doubt about it. Huge victory, backing up the 79-70 effort against Louisville. Let's revisit your three keys to the game, brought to you by Hyundai.
Well, I said first you got to forget about the emotional win over Louisville, but I think maybe they didn't forget about it. They used that spirit, that energy, and they brought it to the house tonight. Wow. And then a running mission. They had to get out and get some fast break points. The first team all year to score more than 70 points against this Aztec basketball team. They did it by getting out in transition and hitting the three-point shot as well. And then a Hotel Del state of mind, relax, have fun, enjoy doing what you do the most, and I think that's what they did. The young freshmen certainly are fearless. They went out there and played absolutely fantastic. 8 of 17 from behind the arc, showed that they were just running and gunning and having a good time.
Fifi Adu is our player of the game, 15 points in the game. Martin was quiet, had a huge defensive play there at the end. But Fifi Adu stepping up, hitting some huge three-pointers.
Yeah, Martin with two huge defensive plays. Fifi Adu is an absolute fantastic basketball player tonight for a young player with not a whole lot of experience. 6 of 8 from the field shooting that basketball. He got a couple rebounds, huge stop down the stretch. I just like the way he was aggressive in attacks. I think what's one thing Coach Marley and associate head coach Todd Lee has really taught these young players is don't worry about making a mistake passively. I'd rather have you go out there and play aggressively and just let the chips fall where they may. And it's given this young players a lot of confidence. And that last steal was the poke away by Jared Martin, and to go down and lay that one in. Did you see how hard Jared Martin hit me after I was trying to congratulate him?
On the walkthrough.
He was hyped. He was excited.
10 of the 15 for Fifi came in the second. Look at the final stats. 17-9 for the assists, steals. They were big, especially late. 8-6, 21 for Russell. Kerwin Smith, big night, 9 points, 8 boards. Frayer with 19 points. And Darian Clark, 8 and 6. Well, what can you say? Huge victory for the Lopes. They're down. Josh Braun is out. They take on a San Diego State team. They have faced 2 straight seasons and knocked them off. That's a huge victory.
Yeah, they're just not scared. They don't play tentative. You play Kentucky, you play Indiana, you play these good teams year after year, and Louisville on Saturday, you come out here, you play this Aztecs team, you just go out there and you compete. That's what this Lopes team does. That's why they're fun to watch. The Havocs were fantastic tonight, gave them a big lift after they had lost that lead. Aztecs had that big run. they got back into it with a little bit of a spark and just ignited and finished this basketball game in fine fashion. So tip my hats to the Slopes team. They show a lot of moxie out there.
Well, we want to remind viewers here in the local Phoenix area on CW6, stay tuned. Your season finales are coming up. That includes Arrow and Frequency. But get fired up this Saturday when the Flames of the University of Illinois at Chicago, members of the Horizon League, make their first appearance at GCU Arena to take on the Lopes. The Flames, led by their outstanding sophomore forward Dikembe Dixon, averaging 23 points per game. Tune into 3 TV for all the action, starting with the Lopes pregame show. Kate Longworth and Mark McClune will be the hosts, starting at 6:30. You can also watch the game online at GCU.tv or listen to Michael Potter and Tom Kuiper on Fox Sports 910 AM. That'll do it from GCU Arena, where the Lopes beat the Aztecs 76-72. For Scott Williams, Kate Longworth, and our entire crew, I'm Barry Butel. Please join us again Saturday night. Until then, have a wonderful evening.
GCU is the university that never sleeps, moving at the speed of light. And now GCU is leading in the area of computer science and IT. With over 200 university degree programs across 9 colleges, on campus and online, join the most inventive concept in education today. Fast track options available with courses in cybersecurity, cloud computing, and systems architecture. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/IT. At GCU, earning your degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. To find your purpose, it takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience in delivering real-world degree programs online. GCU's online class size averages less than 17 students with full-time faculty and student advisors. Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Call us today at 855-428-7692.
Finding the right college isn't always simple. The choices I make today affect where I'll be tomorrow. That's why I chose Grand Canyon University. Here I'm working toward a greater purpose and a place that feels like home. With scholarships to help me earn my degree, I can graduate in less than 4 years. By attending GCU, Arizona's premier private Christian university, I know I'm not just making the right choice, I'm making the smart choice.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.